elite average for so long, and we
And
don't
look,
know.
when you dropped that term, clearly my channel loved it. They were like, elite average. They've been running with it. When you said you saw how my face lit up, I'm like, yo, it's the perfect way to describe what we are right now. We're spot on with it. But even with the move, we're all kind of feeling like, all right, did we get better?
Yeah.
Did we get worse?
We don't know.
We kind of the same? It's like, I don't
That's
know.
what makes it great. I think that is it.
Let's go. Let's go. Shout out, everybody. Welcome. It's a Turn Up Tuesday. And you know that means it's a good time over here because I'm feeling good. We
were
won.
elite.
Come on, man. Who was on the right side of that elite average? Every time we come in here on a Tuesday, it's like, all right, well, we an average side or we the elite side? Definitely on the elite side this week. So super excited about that. Y'all already know it's your boy Arthur Boats. We doing the dual stream like we always do on Tuesdays, but in prime times. Shout out to Tanisha at Really Flawed doing her thing and being awesome with the flexibility. Look, because my schedule, I'll be over here just like, I got this another email. God, she gonna hate me.
No,
listen,
just to start the show, Moat, so you know, I am always flexible. Okay, I'm always flexible. Yeah, I respect that is a requirement, and so that's fine. Everything's great.
Look, just from the heart, I appreciate you. All right, because
you're very welcome.
I ain't even get a chance to like catch up with you. I mean, we've talked multiple times, right? We obviously did the post-game reaction. Shout out to me, you, Mark Bergen. That was a blast. A lot of y'all that have been watching it definitely enjoyed it as well. We could see that even with the comments and how much y'all engaged with it. But heck, before we even got that, I want to actually catch up with you to see how was your trip. You went all the way to Athens.
I did.
I was watching every story you posted. 30. I was like, yo, I'm watching it. I want to see. Oh, she's staying here. Okay, cool. Oh, she's walking into this. Okay, cool. Oh, she's in the front row. I see you. Clock it. I see you. I see you. I was like,
yeah. Every year, what I do is I try to figure out like what do I because I like experiences. So I'm like, what do I want to experience? And I was like, if I can't get to Ohio State week 1. Sign me up for Georgia when it happens because I didn't know when it was going to happen. And then when the schedule released, I thought, and I compare schedules. So I'm like, who do the Steelers play compared to Colorado, compared to Texas? And that's kind of how I decide. And Colorado was off this weekend. And I was like, this is great. And then I looked at flights and I was like, I can get to Athens or I can get to Atlanta, get to Athens, get home, still watch my Steelers. Doesn't change my schedule. I'll be exhausted. But yeah, and so I got the experience in Athens. Grown men were barking at me, so you know, I mean, that's an interesting
bark
thing.
It like, hey girl, no, like that bark or like
no,
like
the commercial. Have you seen the commercial?
I have seen the commercial where he's like, yo, you shouldn't bark at your boss like that. Yeah.
And so people were barking at me, which I'm a fan of tradition, but can we just like do it in moderation? And like me with my slick mouth, like they were barking. I was like, why don't you guys get in a circle and bark at each other? And they kind of looked at me like, now who would do that? And I'm like, that's kind of how crazy it looks right now. But whatever, it's your thing. So obviously Texas showed up for 3 quarters, forgot to show up for the 4th one. So that was interesting. But the experience was good. I mean, anytime you get to a live game, we're able to just like see the things. Like I got to see the sidelines, the TV timeouts, what were guys doing, who was talking, who was mad, who was interacting. I also learned something very interesting. I didn't realize how hard the backup job was. Meaning
backup
like
quarterback or just backup in
any
general?
backup, because they're there for everything, right? Like when you break into segments, when you do everything, they don't sit closest to the coaches. They're not getting talked to as often. They're not really involved in anything. It's literally their responsibility to do everything. And then when it's your turn, guess what? You also have to be ready. But nobody was giving you any attention. And so that was very interesting for me watching them like maneuver on the sidelines. Now, you know, that I'm paying like different attention. So like shout out to anybody who is a backup, and then seeing Mason Rudolph just like come off the bench and just like do his thing. It's like, I don't think we give enough credit to the backups, to the guys that, you know, they're just sitting on the bench that like literally at the end of the bench, no one is talking to them. They're talking to the guys. And then the guy goes down and everyone's like, the backup better step in and do good a job as that guy. So what a great experience. I love football. College football is a disaster, but I love it.
And shout out to you though for even acknowledging that part in terms of the life of the backup. that's definitely one of the most challenging parts about that, because like you said, no reps in practice realistically in terms of the starting element or what we're trying to get accomplished.
Right.
Then on game day, you see every adjustment. Who are we talking to? The starters. The starters, y'all sit down, y'all have my attention.
That's
After that, hey man, if you're a backup, you better be listening. You better be figuring it out on your own, because when you get in that game, if it's an injury or if it's a blowout or whatever the circumstances may be, the expectation is still for you to go out there and execute at the highest of levels. And we do not want to hear an excuse about a rep. We don't want to hear an excuse about conditioning, because that's the other part that people don't take into account. You can lose your conditioning as the season goes on because you're not playing as much. So you think about how much you train, and even in training camp, you're getting rep. When the season hits, practice is too condensed. The season, we know regular season games, people don't play, right?
Yeah. Interesting. That's a good point.
From personal experiences, man, I had some situations where, it became to a point where I wasn't playing as frequently, right? And I had to decide, all right, do you stick with this little bit of practice time that you get in and you kind of getting a little bit out of shape? Or do you do a little bit more on your own, right? In terms of you waking up, do your own set of cardio and conditioning in addition to what you do in practice.
Right.
And that's the part where we look at a guy like Mason, and you could tell that Mason has taken the steps of being a professional. A pro would sit there with whatever amount of reps he's been getting in practice, probably 2 plays per clip, right? Per second, because Rodgers has to get the lion's share. And then they would have went out there, played bad, and been talking about, well, I ain't getting no practice. I need an excuse. It's like, nah, man, at this level, it's a results-based business. We do not care about how you get the result. Just get the result done.
Yeah.
Get it done.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And then the other thing
is,
like the other thing is too, so obviously TV timeouts are so long when you're at a game, like so long. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, it's been 1 minute. I mean, they're so long. And I was just watching, even on a TV timeout, right? The team is rallying together. Coach is kind of talking to them. Everyone's getting together and they're doing their thing. And even still, the backups are there, but they're not really there. And then just watching the plays, like one thing I learned from that game is like, man, when a backup is in and he's shining, give him his flowers. Like, give whatever it is. Like, I don't care, because that takes a special type of person to prepare yourself probably multiple times, probably never really getting in. And then when you do get in, it's like, that's your moment. And then you can't screw it up. The starter sometimes can screw it up, and people are kind of like, oh, well, he's fine. The backup, it's like, nah, bro. Because if you screw it up, they might go to the next guy. Whereas the starter, it's like, maybe. So anyways, I just saw that. I saw that today, or thought about that this weekend when I was driving, like on the plane ride home. Yeah, and I was like, man.
But even piggybacking on that, it's like, once again, though, right? When we talk about where does the importance of a coach come in?
Yeah.
If I can see backup come in and play well, that means the message is resonating. The message is not just getting stopped at the starter, right? The guy who's earned the right to have a little bit longer leash, right? Because you don't just wake up and become the starter. You become the starter because you've kicked so much, but whether it was collegiately, you were so dominant that we drafted you in the first round and we say you are ready to go based off of your body of work. Professionally, it's like, okay, you might not start your rookie year. Heck, you might not start till you're 3.
Right.
But what have you done to earn that opportunity? So that's why the starter gets all of the practice reps, because he had to do what you just said, right?
Yeah.
Show that, hey, man, without these reps, if you give me a play, I can make a play. If you give me 2 plays, I'll make 2 plays. I don't need the practice. Then when I get the practice, now watch what I can do even more so. So that's how it all kind of works together. But that's the beauty of these backups, man. Backups that turn into starters. I love that.
Yeah.
Because that's the majority of people at the NFL. That's their life. There aren't a ton of just, oh, man, you just wake up and you're a star. Man, the amount of stars, man, it's minute. The majority of the league is the dudes that had to grind. And can you turn that draft status into something bigger than that, man? But
you know what's funny too is like, so I'm a woman that loves a process. I love like, I want to see the results. Don't get me wrong. I want to win. I want to be the best, all the things. Absolutely. But I've learned that in order to get to the point I'm trying to go, I have to fall in love with the process. Like getting a PhD, I had to fall in love with reading. I had to learn how to take good notes. I had to learn how to pay attention. I had to learn how to use my voice, all the things. That's a process. And I never realized how much process goes into playing football, because we always see the starters, right? And they have their own process. I'm not saying they don't have a process by any stretch of the imagination, but they have every advantage to be successful in their process. no matter if they're a high draft pick, make a lot of money because they have to, right? Like we're paying you a lot. We've used a lot of draft capital for you. But those guys, like you said, like those guys that are not the starters, that are not all of the things, watching them and their process is like, I took a picture and it was of the Texas bench, and it was of the receivers who weren't playing, because I want to see those guys in 2 years and in 3 years, because that's the story. Obviously the other guys are the guys, right? But like, I'm very fascinated to see like how the other guys perform, because, and shout out to my friend Rocky, huge Texas Longhorns fan. She has a picture behind Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Brooks, Roshan, like all of the Texas running backs, Tatum Blue, that at the time they were just guys because we had other guys. But she has a picture of all of them when they were babies. And now looking back, you're like, all of those guys are in the NFL. And obviously everybody knows Bijan, but there's others that were in that picture. And it's just like a reminder that like, this is a process. This is like, it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, next year, but like keep working, keep grinding. And maybe I needed that for me. Like maybe I needed that message. You know? So anyways, like I just like going on and on like about my motivation that I got from the weekend.
I'm just happy when it's somebody else that opens the door for those conversations. Like I said, if I come up here and I talk about the importance of the backup and why you should have a little bit more empathy and when those guys get these situations, it doesn't hit the same. When you're talking about from your perspective, and I'm like, you preach it to the choir. So I love all of that. Trust me. And even more so, right, to even go back to, because I know some people look at it was like, man, well, shoot, for the starters, man, they get everything handed to them. Everything is perfect. Why don't they just go out there and dominate? Well, you have to remember, they have to have the lion's share of preparation because they actually got to go out there and deal with that beast.
Right. Yeah, the backup. That's practicing.
The backup isn't going out there and dealing with the Myles Garrett's of the world. And they're going out there and dealing with them freakazoids, the Jamar Chases, the T. Higgins. They ain't dealing with that because they the backups. Now they could earn their right, or something can happen and now they get thrown into the action. And that's the whole next man up. We don't care how you got here. Hey, bro, if you here, put your head in the pile. Let's make it work. Right? Everybody got to step up. That's how it goes. But that's the reason why Aaron Rodgers takes every rep in practice, because you are one bad play. Like you are one mistake at that position, right? If you're this back end and heck, even on the pick six we had, it's like, yo, sometimes better to be lucky than good. It's like, yo, that's a blown call. It's like, yo, what are we doing? Like, it's like I running wide open.
I agree. I agree. I also kind of want to feed this into the Steelers though, because I know a lot of people right now are like, why is Slay going to get his job back when he comes back? Like, why is blah, blah, blah. And I'm not a coach. I'm not any of the things, but
they'll be like a Slay. That's what.
No, but my thing is though, is you don't just go away from your starter because he got hurt, because all of that work and effort that we're actually talking about, Slay has been getting those reps. And why go away from that because a guy has a good game? If it happens in the game where Slay gets benched, cool. But like, let it's a process, right? Like let it play out. And if Pierre is supposed to play, guess what's going to happen? He's going to play and he's going to be out there. By the end of the game, Slay will be on the bench. But again, it's like you got to trust the process. And we just don't do that often. We just want it. It's like right now. And it's like, that's not how this is supposed to go. And you can't do that for Slay, because if you do it for Slay and then it happens to, let's say, TJ Watt, and then Jack Sawyer goes off, do you bench TJ Watt because Jack Sawyer had a good game? No, like that's not how this goes. So
but we talked about this though. Remember, it's always the next thing, right? The next thing can be my savior, right? It's never what I already have. What else can I get? So that's why if Darius Slay has a bad game, or heck, if he has 4 bad games, we're like, hey, who can we turn to? And it's like, you don't think of the years of him already getting to the point that make you trust him, to make you want to pay him all these things. Heck, even a year ago where you were just watching him. But because we're now watching every little thing, we get to see the good, the bad, the ugly, all of that. It's like, turn the page on him. It's like, man, you got to allow these guys time. The same way there was once a time when James Pierre was viewed as, yo, that's the guy we want to start, put him out there. And then he struggled a little bit. And people were quick to say, what? Get him up out of here. No, not Pierre, right? And now all of a sudden, but now all of a sudden it's, hey, man, he had a couple good games. We need to put Pierre back in over there. So and he's like, bro, can we just pause. Just let the process play out.
Let the process.
And
that's
we're
the
so
trust.
quick to get to the finish line. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. And that goes back to trust, right? Why do people like the people that you can speak for yourself, but people that like the process like it because we trust the process and we trust that we need to go through the process. Now, do I wish I could go work out tomorrow and get a 6-pack and lose 25 pounds? Sure. It's not going to happen.
Don't we all?
Yeah, like that's not going to happen, right? So I got to trust the work that I'm putting in, the effort I'm putting in, the grind that I'm doing. And that is true in football and life and anything. And like I said, I walked away from that game. That's the one thing I felt, you probably have figured this out, but I always like to learn from just like different situations. And that's what I took away from that.
PhD. Of course you like to learn.
Trying.
Oh, right? Of course you like. Why wouldn't you like the same way I like to watch football all the time? You like to learn all the time. All right. It's nothing wrong with that. You lean into it.
I do. I'm like, what can I learn? I literally sat in my hotel room and I was like, what can I learn from this experience? And that stuck out to me. It's like learning. It was a reminder to trust the process. And it was another reminder of why I love football. And it's because all the things, all the dynamics and all of it's controlled chaos.
Absolutely.
I love it. And it's like coaches yelling and punt team get up and then don't get up and sit down. And I don't know. It was just masterful. So
you really were watching the sideline. You really when you just said what you said right there. Punt team get up, punt team sit back down. You know what it is.
Intently.
All the time. So we always say it's like this, man. Imagine if you're watching this, IMAX theater 4K picture, right? And you just see the big picture. But you don't see behind the scenes how many little pixels it takes to make that big picture. And it's like, it's a million little things that got to go right. And we could just say the director sucks. Hey, this director was trash. Hey, that actor, the lead actor, man, get him up out of here. We need a better supporting actor.
Right.
Like, oh, you know how many things? It's like,
how
is the
many
projector light hitting right? Is the scene set right for the theater, right? It's all these little things we gotta think of. And it's like, no, man. But that's what a football game is. When you're watching the team out there, it's like, man, it is so many little things that have to go right in order for it to look the part. Heck, sometimes not even look the part, just to win the game. A lot of things got to go right.
Yeah.
Then to look the part, it's like, that's added. And that's what you'll hear coaches say. We don't apologize for winning. We don't care about style points. I don't care if it's by 100 or by 1 point. As long as I win, I win. Because people that are heavily entrenched in that process, that are heavily entrenched in the day-to-day of winning at that level, you understand, man, that is the hardest thing to do. So it's like, we don't care what it looked like. And that's even with the turnover stuff. You think about how many times, man, me and you have joked about it or kind of bump on, hey, man, is this something that is consistent, right? Or is this something that we can all, hang our hat on in terms of turnovers, in terms of those type of things? And it's like, man, you believe you can because at times that's all you can do to get out of the stadium.
Yeah.
You don't get to, oh man, maybe we can't. No. The first second doubt comes in, you've already lost.
Yeah. And you know what I think too, because I'll be honest with you, I'll be real. I thought I was in the game. Okay. I thought I was in the game. I thought I was in.
You, Tanisha. I'm like, yo, who did you call? I'm like, you ain't just buy them. You knew somebody. Who would you call, Tanisha? Who the plug, bro?
Lady would never reveal her secrets. It was so bad. I'm not very yelly. I don't really yell and stuff like that at games. I just don't. But there were a couple of times where I was like, if I yelled something, they could definitely hear me. They can hear what I have to say.
Now you can see how it can get weird, right? You're a respectful fan. You're a nice fan. You can see how quickly that can go.
I was right in front of the receivers, right? So I wanted to yell, catch the damn ball, right? I wanted to, but I didn't. But I was sitting there and I was like, man, I feel like I'm in this. There were certain moments where the coach would yell, second down, my point is I really felt like I was in it. And for a moment I thought, what is this feeling like? This is weird for me. I've never felt like I was. I know I'm not in the game, but I never felt like I was. But the one thing that I was just taking away from it is how everything has to work. And it just has to. And I mean, obviously, anytime a team loses, you can always go back and say, where did we go wrong? What happened? And it's never just, oh, we didn't know it was an onside kick. No. It was, if you go back and watch the replay, everybody started running the other direction and then had to turn around and realize, it wasn't just we didn't get it. It was the little bitty details. Again, that's the process. And it's so anyways, I could go on and on about this forever. But I did.
Tanisha,
but
you need to take more. If that's how you're gonna start shows, if that's the way you're gonna come in here and you're talking deep football talk like that, you know that's my language. But because you here, we get to laugh and make it ha funny. So I don't have to feel guilty about talking about nut players being a rotational guy. What it's like when you gotta warm up 30 times just to get one play. You know?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You imagine you up and down just to get that 1/3 down. Right, just to get that one opportunity.
The one.
Imagine if
and everybody,
you get out there.
Like, and I know I'm not the only person that's ever been to a football game. But it's like when you go from the sidelines to your offensive line is here, your quarterbacks are here, your receivers are here. No one is together at first because everyone has to get from their coach. And then if you're lucky, there's a 3 and out of your defense, and then you gotta go. Like nobody has time to be sitting in there and kind of whatevering. So then to watch them go on the field and try to put it together, or the opposite, you go on the field and you don't have it put together. Now you come off on the bench, the guy just drops the pass, the offensive line didn't block correctly, and you still don't get to really communicate with him. You got to go to there's so many like little things that I just wished that we talked about more. And I've told you this many a times, like if I could go be a fly on the wall to a team from the start of the season to the end of the season, I will sit there, I will shut up, and I will just take notes on what I'm seeing. We don't talk about that sideline experience enough because I think it provides so much more context of like, oh, that's why you guys aren't communicating. You actually didn't talk.
But I'll take it a step further. So you ready? This is the even more funny part from our perspective, right? Which you just said, you was like, oh, y'all ain't talk. No, it's the opposite. We trust each other and respect each other's preparation so much. I should never have to come to you, Tanisha, if you play offense line, I play wide receiver. You know why? Because you're a professional and you're going to do your job to the best of your ability Monday through Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So you've already studied everything that you need to know about your offense line, about the opponent you're going against. I did not study O-line that way. I studied my wide receiver or my DB matchup that way. So what am I sending to you message-wise when I come over to you and I'm like, hey, Tanisha, bro, you ain't doing your job, bro. You need to pick this up like this. You over here like, bro, what? And then that's when you get the finger pointing back and forth. So that's why you don't typically see that.
And that's why they make a big deal of it when the guys do.
Because you trying to say I'm incompetent. I'm not good enough at my job that you have to come over here. Now, if you're in my position, totally different. Linebacker to linebacker, absolutely. Corner to corner, safety, absolutely, because we're a part of the same preparation.
Right.
When you're not a part of that preparation, and this is why you'll see the button at times with media fans to players where they're like, yo, you did this way. You're like, bro, you don't even know what our job was. So how you gonna tell me I blew this call when you don't even know this? You weren't in this. And that's the part where in those games, we're already jacked up to the gills with testosterone. We want to compete to the end of this thing, right? And we don't want to lose in any capacity. And we're trying our best to be composed while going crazy, right? And like you said, right? Controlled chaos. So when you're on those sidelines, it's like, man, everybody has their own unit. Linebackers, you talk to your linebackers. Inside or inside. Outside guys, you talk to just outside guys.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're a corner, you talking to your corners and safeties. Y'all work together a lot. So y'all work together. Y'all talk together, right? D-line, y'all are all the way down there doing your own thing. And we don't, and if all of us have to come together, that means it was something catastrophic that took place. Or, hey, coach doesn't like our energy and he's trying to talk to us about the energy part of it. But it's rare at the professional level that you're going to get everybody just like, what you got in this play? Hey, Rez, why you do it? No.
So you gotta trust that process.
I gotta trust you.
And
the thought process is this. The trust isn't just within player to player, it's also within the coaching staff that they have sent the right messaging down, but also in Omar Khan that he brought the right people in here. So that's why you always hear me in that confidence I have about the black and gold, because it's like, yo, I just remember how that messaging went and how that trust went and how it tricks down. And we don't step on each other's toes in that capacity. And that's why it's like, yo, I know you're going to be there. Why? Because you gotta be there. Why? Because you love me and I love you. I'll die for you. So if I'm willing to do that for you, I know you got my back the same way. Whereas most people, they've never been close enough to anybody in their workspace, sometimes even in their personal space, to have that type of trust with somebody. And the beautiful part is this. You don't even have to have played with this guy. Think about Kyle Duggar. He just got over here.
True.
But because we have went through the same initiation process of high school, college, combines, pro days, all these things to earn the right to have the ability to be out there, it's a certain level of respect that comes with you being out here, Kyle Duggar. I'm going to trust you until you tell me you need help. I'm going to believe that you know cover 3. I'm not going to tell you, hey, bro, cover 3. You got middle. Hey, you got the deep right this time. No. If you, hey, bro, which one I got? I got you. I'll tell you that time. But other than that, I'm going to believe that if you're quiet, you know what you're doing. And I'm not about to be over here. Hey, make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. Yeah. Because now I'm not letting you be a professional. I'm undermining you. Absolutely. And that's some of the nuance that comes in it. And this is the part that it's like, yo, this conversation never happens unless you.
Unless I'm here nosy.
You never get this. Yeah. But that's that. And that's the trust. And it's like, so when you hear about Coach Simon, right, in the offseason, he'll take a day during OTAs, no practice. We're going to Dave and Buster. We're going to the bowling alley. And people are like, wow, why is that? Team building. He's trying to lay a foundation in April that, man, I don't know the point value on this, but I know y'all have to trust each other with your lives. You got to trust that your brother is going to be in that A gap every single time. So PQ don't have to peek back. No, stay front side, man. You good. Because when you start trying to do somebody else's job, that's when you mess up.
Yeah.
So that shows up a lot, right?
That is interesting. Yeah. So, okay. And I think too, so when you take that from the bench or I don't want to say, because it's the sidelines. When you take that from the sidelines and you're in the moment and then you go on the field and then you come back and you kind of start to watch the different things, usually on TV, we'll see people like walking up to each other like, hey, we got this, we're good, whatever, cool.
Yeah.
But then randomly you see
like, the iPad, right?
Yeah. And you will see different position groups maybe being like, so bro, you seeing or are we missing?
So a clarification is different than a correction. Okay. You initially said the correction part, meaning, yo, you need to do this right. This isn't correct. What you're talking about, and I know the moments too. Hey, we both saw something. I read it this way. You read it that way. Let's get together real quick. What did you see right here? All right, bet.
Okay.
And that will happen. But that is a way different context than, hey, bro, you're not doing good enough. I got to come holler at you about your job. That's way different.
Yeah. People are like, oh.
Yeah. And think about it. Fans love it, though, right? They want to see somebody be wrong. You're the victim. You're the wrong guy.
Yeah.
It's dudes that, man, in the locker room, you'll punch a dude out because on the field, a blown assignment happened or a guy gets beat and you saw this on camera. He was pointing at him. Well, I'll break your finger. Don't do that.
Yeah.
No, because all the fans, they just see you pointing and now everybody is flooding my messages saying that I was the victim, right? All the commentators saying, hey, that guy was wrong. That guy was right. It's like, bro, nah, you know that ain't that. So dead that. Absolutely.
So it's another way too of like that accountability to yourself. Right. If you're accountable to yourself and you're doing what you're supposed to do, there's kind of rules to this, right? Like, don't be disrespectful. Don't accuse, like, you got to have my back in this locker room and you've got to have my back when we're out there.
Trust and love.
Interesting. Okay. We lose
that. People don't focus on that part. It's like,
it's
a brotherhood, man.
Yeah. Well, you hear the words, right? You hear brotherhood and trust and loyalty, and I die for him, and we're family.
Where's the context?
Yeah. What does that mean?
And it's like, well, this is what it means. This is how it looks. Absolutely.
It's so interesting too that we don't. There's just so many things that are missing, in my opinion, with
Tanisha,
football.
That's why guys get upset if I'm fighting and you don't have my back. If you don't run over there with me,
right? Because what are we doing?
Bro? Right. It's like, yo, if I'm willing to go there, we all are willing to go there, because when we say,
ask me questions later.
Well, because what we say is this: if one is wrong and we're all on the same page with him, then we're all right. But what we can't have is one person do the right thing, everybody else is doing the wrong thing, or one person doing the wrong thing, everybody else doing the right thing. It's like we all got to be on the same page. So we're either all the way left with it or we all the way right.
Well, that's what Coach Prime says.
Right.
We're either all right or we're all
wrong. Absolutely. Because we're a unit. It's always a unit. You have to be one band, one sound. We say all the time, right? Shout out the drum line, right? But one band, one sound, because it's like, yo, when you start trying to be a cowboy, when you start trying to do your own thing, you're bigger than the team, right? Hey, you're such a star. I don't have to go to the huddle. I'm such a star that, hey, when I make a mistake, I'm above reproach, right? Hey, fans, man, you don't talk about this way because he's up here. Nah, bro, that's when the issues start to happen. It's like, oh, we all in this together.
Okay.
All of us. And that's the thing that if you got the right coach, and Coach Simon, from my experiences, man, has done a great job of that, especially when I was there when you're talking about Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell. It's like, bro, these are mega stars. And watching him maneuver that, it's like, yo, I dig that. But that's the challenge, man.
So does that make you, what am I trying to ask? When you're a player and you know that there's I'll just call it a complex situation with players, does that make you view Coach Tomlin in a way where you're like, I respect the handling of this process? Like, or how does that help a locker room when you see a difficult situation and you're probably thinking in your head, like, whoo, these guys, but you're like, they're on offense. Like, that's not my problem. Like, we're good over here. Like, y'all got that. But how does it feel like as a player?
Man? Yeah, it's all top down. I was fortunate, man. I've been a part of some situations. I ain't about to publicly talk about them, but absolutely. And, seeing how Coach Tomlin handled the majority of the situations, you're like, yo, you just respect it because it's multiple ways you could go about handling things. And I always respected Coach Tomlin because from my perspective, I thought he did an excellent job of being consistent and not allowing pride and ego or like just in the heart emotion to impact his decisions.
Okay.
And it's one of the toughest things, right? Because we all want what we want when we want it, right? And it's like, it's so hard to have patience with that. And if you got two dudes having an issue, it's like, man, or if I got one player that's having an issue, I want to get him right now. How can I do it? Fine him for as much money as you can get him. Suspend him for as long as you get him. Do whatever you can. And it's like, cool in that one setting, but what does that do for the messaging for everybody else? What does that do for the trust that they're going to have when they're looking at you? And they're like, bro, well, when this happened last time, you did this. Now all of a sudden you're acting like this and you're trying to justify because of this, but yet you tell me at the same time, we don't do all this making excuses stuff, right? So you mix up the messaging, and when you do that, you can lose the squad. Coach T's so consistent though. And it's like, yo, when he wanted to go all the way there with it, and there was a time where he went all the way there with it, it wasn't just for one guy. It became, yo, this is how it's going to be for anybody.
Yeah.
From the highest paid to the lowest paid. And you respected it. You ain't like it, but you respected it. And then when he backed off of that, it was like, you know what? I can see this new angle. And we all learned to appreciate the nice version. And you do what you have to do to keep it there, but it's cause and effect. And that's one of the things that I personally feel like he does a good job of. He doesn't carry it over either. He's like, yo, man, I'm not about to take, if me and you had an issue on Monday, we're going to figure out how to dead it on Monday. And then Tuesday, we got to get back in here because we got a game to win on Sunday. Most people want to hold on to it. So it's like, yo, if he has to use the fine element, man, he's going to hit you with a fine that's going to get your attention. And then we're moving on. Whatever it has to be, it's like, yo, let's go. Because it's too fast paced, man. We ain't got time to be. If you're in that building right now, I mean to cut you off, but if we're in that building right now, it's what, Tuesday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
We done with Sunday. There isn't anything left to even talk about Sunday for the players, right? If you're in there, because it's like, yo, I gotta get ready for Chicago.
Right.
Chicago is happening. Next. I have to get. Yeah. I don't care about any fun. I don't care about. Hey, bro, I gotta be ready for Sunday.
Over. Yeah.
And that's the difference.
Over. Yeah. But I need to say too, because I often see this in this chat. I see this in your chat and your comment section all the time, and I just need to say this because I think it's absolutely ridiculous. If you've ever lived life where you have been loyal and you respect somebody, why would you bash them? For what reason? What do you have to gain bashing somebody that you love, respect, and they've been loyal to you? Why would you be disloyal to them? Full stop. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. You don't even have to respond. Don't even say anything.
Don't you be trying to fight for me, Tish. Don't you be fighting.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like sometimes we forget, like, how to have, like, actual relationships with people. Like, when you have relationships with people,
don't matter. It's all about right and wrong. And it's all about, did you say it this way? Did you hurt his feelings? Because I would hurt his feelings. It's like, you know why you would have hurt his feelings? Because he ain't ever paid you all the millions.
You facts.
Like, you know how much money this man that paid me? Yeah, when I saw Mr. Rudy the other day, I wanted to hug that man again. I was like, yo,
exactly.
Thank you. I love you.
Like, why would you ever, like, we've all been taught, hopefully at some point in life, you don't bite the hands that feed you. Ever. There's no reason. It's about being an adult, being a responsible adult.
We still eat. I had to work today.
I'm just saying, like it's one of those things where I'm like, I guess for me too, because it's like so many times people are like, well, why don't you? And it's like, because there's always multiple ways you can look at a situation. If you choose to look at situations negatively all the time, you're going to always see the negative. If you try, the way I always tell people, I live in the gray. Nothing to me is obsolete. Everything you can prove to me something different. Even if I don't agree with it, I might say, you know what? I kind of see your perspective. I don't agree, but cool. And I think so long we want to pick sides. We want somebody to be right and somebody to be wrong. Sometimes the answer is this is actually none of your damn business. And it just is what it is. And we just keep it moving on to the next thing. Anyways, I'm off that. But I have a question for you.
Shout out. All right. This is the beauty of a Tanisha. Okay, ladies and gents. When I tell you, we didn't even talk about any of this pre-show. It wasn't even playing. I don't even know how we even got to this part of it. But this is the beauty of what she brings. All right,
it's crazy.
Only she, because if I come out here talking like that, it's perceived way different. All right,
seriously,
but shout out
it's
to
like
you.
Look up love, look up loyalty, look up trust, look up respect. If you have anyone in your family that loves you or that you love them, how would you treat them publicly? Let's be real here, people. Like, stop it. Anyways.
Well, look, hit the like button on both channels and subscribe while y'all let it. All right, there you go. All right, y'all heard what she said.
Show some respect to the people that you love because they're watching you, by the way, and they're watching you be disloyal. So, what does that mean for you? Anyways, so I have two questions for you. One of them is on my sticky note, and then the other one we'll get into it.
Time out. Hey, yo, is that really sticky note?
It is on my sticky note right here, okay? Because we had a long...
Hold on, Tanisha. Hold on.
Oh, you think this
you
is
really was prepared, bro. I didn't even...
Let's go. Every time I pop in here, I have a pen and a sticky note. Like, you better believe it. And if it gets too dramatic, I will bring out my spiral. Don't you play with me, okay? I will take some notes, okay? Like, that is what I'm going to do.
Shout out to the PhD, y'all. Shout out to the PhD.
Okay? I'm going to take some notes. And if you say something and I don't understand, I'm going to be like, what was that? Okay, let me learn that so I can come back. Because, yes, that's how you learn. And you know what? I respect you enough to do it. So that's what I'm going to do. So what is on my little sticky note that nobody can read but me is, were we competitive and were we consistent?
Oh,
you like that?
I do. Shout out.
Shout
out. I'm glad you wrote that down. Shout out to the notes. Now that I'm like, I do remember that now.
Yeah.
I totally forgot that until you wrote that, though.
Yeah.
This is why you have the PhD. Okay. This is why. All right. So shout out to you.
I'm just curious to know because we had a whole, 30-minute conversation. And I'm just curious, one game.
Minute? It was 30 minutes.
Was it? Yeah. So I think this game we were competitive, and I think this game we were consistent. I think. What would you say? Would you say that we were competitive and consistent?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, and look, especially with how open it is, right? It's not are they going to be competitive every week going forward? It was just this game and a microwave. Yes, I would agree. Competitive and consistent. Heck, in multiple ways competitive, not just from a playing perspective, but even if this is something that you feel is your line of disrespect, and if anyone crosses it, this is what you're willing to do. Heck, you were even competitive in that capacity. So it's like, hey, bro, competitive as heck and consistent, because it was like that for 4 quarters. Heck, if anything, they became the more inconsistent when the 4th quarter hit because it was 13-9 going into it.
Exactly.
So
and I think too, because I said in that live, I was like, I'm going to write this down, and every week we'll just ask, were we competitive? Were we consistent? Because I think that you can be competitive and not consistent. And so I think it can exist, right? I think the best side of us is when we want to be competitive and consistent, but sometimes you are very competitive and then you're not consistent because you might turn the ball over or you might do whatever. And we didn't do any of those things. And so just calling that out. Okay. So we're good on that sticky note. So we have a check. Hold
on. We're not done yet though. Comment section. Y'all let us know as well, man. Were we competitive? Were we consistent? We got a little bit of time. Let's make sure y'all got some time, man, to let us know which one it was to you. Was it both? Was it one? Or maybe it was neither? Because obviously we talk about the Patriots matchup, right? And when we won that game, it was competitive, or was it consistent? We can make a case it wasn't, right? 5 turnovers, though. That's the competitive part, and you could still win the game. We talked about the Colts game, right? It was like, we felt competitive. Kind of consistent at times too in that game, but offensively, we both would agree, they still could have been better, but they still operated with enough consistency in the red zone, right? It was like, you punched in them touchdowns, that ended up being the difference, right?
Yep.
But Chargers game, we're like, hey man, was that competitive all the way? Was that consistent all the way? Right? Yeah. So those things are absolutely true. So yeah, let us know in the comment section. Pretty please. Shoot, I wish we would have wrote down who actually asked that question.
It was
that comment.
If his name pops up, I will know.
Okay, because I was just like,
because it was two names. It was two names and then like 8630 or something, or whatever the numbers were. We'll find it. He'll pop back up or watch the replay and let us know. The other thing is too, I got two questions. So where do you put your notes on top of your computer? So it depends on the note. So if it is a note that I need to remember for like the week or something I need to motivate myself with, I will actually put it on my bathroom mirror so that I see it often. Okay. If it is something that I need to remind myself throughout the week, I'll just put it on my desk. If it is something that I need to take with me, like when I leave the house or if I'm traveling, because I will write my notes, I will write myself notes when I'm traveling. I will take those sticky notes with me and I'll put them on something. So anyways, they asked, so I'm just answering.
Yo, I'm so, and I see y'all coming through in the comment section, also letting us know about consistency versus competitive. Just to piggyback though, when you were talking about your notes, it is so funny to actually be around a note taker because I used to get joked on at times because I would take the craziest amount of notes in the meeting rooms, like verbatim. Like I open up these notebooks and you're just like, bro, what were you studying for? Like, holy smokes, you have everything. And it's like, yo, I didn't want to miss anything. You feel me? Like every little note. And it's like, I could go back to my notebooks right now. He's like, you want all the nuance of Dick LeBeau? Here we go. You want all the, this is like, here we go. But it was always joked on. So now I've transitioned to everything is digital. I'm always putting notes on. I'm like, yep. Because I be self-conscious about it a little bit. I do that too. All right. But shout out to you. I'm like, yo, it's another note taker right here. Yeah. Shout out to us note takers. All right. Shout out to note takers.
I love it. Yep. And then also too, I am a visual person. That is why I have visual quotes behind me because I need them and I can see them in my camera. And so there's moments where I'm like, pick your energy up and I can see Kobe right here. And I can see this Nelson Mandela quote. I can see, like, I know what these are. They're there for a reason. I can see them. So I'm just saying everything is set up for a reason. Yes, I'm very visual, very motivational. Like I need all of it. So yes, you are good observation and you are 100% correct. So, I
like it. All right, so let's see what the people said though. Were we competitive and consistent? Alex Allgood says, yeah, on that one. Rashawn Jones says, I think both, honestly. Okay. T-Ren, shout out to T-Ren 330. Also, he says, I can say both, honestly. Okay. But he also came back and said run game wasn't really consistent though. All right. Okay. Guess it. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, let's see. Oh, but he says consistent was relative. Okay. Let's see what Pittsburgh Toddy says. The defense was mostly consistent. The offense was kind of sort of consistent. Okay. Both were competitive though. Okay. How'd you feel about that one? I'm about to say, because I know we talked some offense. I know you was a little more on the offense though. So yeah, we should.
I am on this offense right now. It should come as no surprise to anyone. And I thought they looked better with Mason Rudolph. I think the second half was a better formation. And what I do too is I say 50-50, right? So they were 50% and then when Mason Rudolph came in, he was like really great. So the average of that offense, I think they were consistent because let's be honest, they were just like they weren't terrible. They just weren't doing anything, but they didn't turn the ball over. You get credit from me if you don't turn the ball over. So
that's a part of the game, man.
Yeah,
like
we're
trying to take the ball away all the time. So yeah, you protected it. That does count.
That gives you points to me.
And Tom Jade also agrees with you in terms of Rudolph steadying the ship is what he said. You talk about that second half, man, or him coming in, playing third quarter on, and yeah, man, looked consistent. Didn't put the ball in harm's way. Made good decisions. Heck, even got him a touchdown pass in there, just doing his job, right? Yeah. Nothing more, nothing less. And sometimes that's literally what it is. Just do your job, man. Do your job. Good things will happen. Heck yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
I like it.
I think we're pretty good. So are you ready for the next question?
All right, let's do it. What you got?
All right. So we recorded on Sunday with the lovely Mark Bergen. Hey, Mark, how are you, sir? Hope you're having a great day.
Let's go.
And in the moment, I asked you what you thought about the whole Jalen Ramsey incident. Yeah. And you were kind of like, oh, he can't do that. He can't do that. Yeah. And, I'll be honest. I just kind of let you make it because Mark was there, and you don't act out in front of company. You know what I'm saying?
Company? So that's not company. That's literally your cousin on your mama's side and your cousin on your daddy's side. And we all got together for the first time.
But it was his first interaction with me, right? So the first interaction, you're usually like, I was like, you know what? I'm going to let Moats make it on this one, but I'm coming back with that on Tuesday. So
personally, I was upset that y'all didn't talk more. I'm like, bro, How? Why am I the only one that has to be the spokesperson for if somebody's spits on you or not? Like, am I the only person that has feelings? Like, what's that about? Yeah.
When I asked you and you said what you said, I was actually like caught off guard a little bit, and I wanted to be like, Mark, just give me a minute once, and I was like, no, like this is our first time, like let me not. But then I started thinking, like afterwards, I was like, did he really say? And I was tired because I had just flown in 4 hours before that. And so I just started thinking, like, after it happened, you said what you said. I was like, okay, cool. So then yesterday, I was like, I'm going to watch the beginning of this show because I need to know if he's going to address this again, because this answer is not acceptable for me. And so I heard what you said yesterday. So now that we're on Tuesday, I would love to know what you think on Tuesday. How are you? Are you still kind of like, yeah, okay, I get it, but like it was bad for the team? Or are you like, nah, listen, I get it.
When I made the statement, I made the statement. It doesn't change. That's why I said what I said. If you are going to react and that's something that you feel you have to stand on, I understand it. Do I love it? No, because what was the consequence? I didn't have Jalen Ramsey. That both things could be true. Could I want him to respect himself, stand on business? Absolutely. Could I also want him in the fourth quarter of a game when I'm playing against Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and it's 13-9? Absolutely. So that's the, where I got to live at in between that. So it's like, do you want to preach it where, hey, every single time there is disrespect to the level that you personally feel warrants that response, just do it every time? Because, okay, if it's spit, cool, but what if it's the words? And we broke that down as well, because I know dudes that if you say the letter, you're a B, right?
Yeah.
They want to black out and kill you the same way you saw Jalen Ramsey respond. And let's be real. Not everybody is going to have the same level of acceptance, the same level of understanding if it was verbal, right? But when it's spit, it's like, oh man, this is different. So all I'm saying is both these could be true. If whatever it is for you as an individual, you feel like, yo, this is my line of disrespect, you can't cross that. And that line varies. And that's why you also hear me say, you can't tell a person how to react. You cut a person off in traffic, they shoot you. Hey, bro, you did what you did. I can't tell that person not to react like that. That's what they thought was justified for them. Now, the consequences are what? You in prison. So was it worth it? You got your leg back, right? You stood on business. Shout out to what? Pride and ego. So you keep hearing the same message from me, right? And I'm also in a different space right now. I'm 37. I'm chilling right now, right?
Yeah.
When you 20, whatever he is, $100 million in the bank, the same way you saw Jamar Chase spit because he's 20-something, with making $40 million a year, it's a different mindset, man. How many dudes are even going to be in that position, right? Because most dudes, you know what you're thinking about? Bro, if I do something that gets me in trouble, my job is gone tomorrow. If that's not Jamar Chase, say that's, let's see, I'm trying to think of just a run-of-the-mill dude on their defense, backup player potentially, right? Let me, I'm gonna say with all due respect, and this is Lucas Patrick, right? Lucas Patrick is their third right guard. Imagine if Lucas Patrick gets subbed into the game because of injury. Jalen Ramsey says something to him and he wants to, I'm gonna hit him back. I'm gonna do something, right? Before we even know the details of it, he's automatically looked at as a, hey, bro, you tripping. Why? Because you haven't put yourself in a position league-wide to even get in an altercation. You walk back to the huddle. You haven't even earned that right just yet, bro. You are tripping. Why? Because this job is too competitive to get, let alone to keep. So that's why you hear me speak how I speak. Because it's like, yeah, man, you have to think of all of that. And that's the other reason why you'll see dudes act like they want to fight in games. And you heard what I said also. Oh, actually, no, you didn't, because this is what I said on Monday. I said, bro, we all go through the same, where they go to get on the buses. Jalen Ramsey parks in the same spot I parked at. You know how I know? Because he VIP, the way we was VIP. So you walk past the team bus. If you really wanted that bad, baby, we're going to find, I got time for you. So that's all I'm saying. And I gave you a reference as well. Joey Porter did that. He went, Ray Lewis, you got to go to the bus. I'm walking by you. I'm going to see you. So anything that you think you want to do, if you really, really want to do it, we can go handle it right there too. So that's the other part of it. That's why I'm just like, yo, Ramsey, going forward, bro, because other people are going to try to get under your skin. You are too valuable. Way too valuable. Other people are going to try to get under your skin. They might not go the full route of spitting, but they're going to try to get under your skin. Why? Because you're valuable as heck, but they also have seen you react.
Yeah.
So all I'm simply saying is, bro, regardless of if you want to kill him, you can kill him. Just catch him at the bus. He gotta walk. Like, he has to walk by you. You can't avoid it. And you can get whatever you're looking for right then and there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But at the same time, who wants to have it even get to that? And that's what my thing is like, yo, at the end of the day, keep your spit to yourself. Buy the foot to yourself. We don't have to even get to that because now it becomes this whole pissing contest of would you have done it? And if you would have done it, would you have done it to this level of doing it? And it's like, bro, what are we trying to accomplish? Are we trying to kill them? If we want to kill them, go get your gun and shoot them. Right? If it's to that extent. But it's like, but because you see, this is how mom works. It's like, where does it end? You see what I mean? Because if you're Jamar Chase, right? And now it's okay. Ramsey got his lick, right? In that situation, Ramsey could have whooped on him, do whatever he wants. So say Ramsey whooped on him, say Chase got thrown out at that moment. You think it's just done there? You don't think Chase gonna want to come back and see it again? You see how it's just gonna keep up and up because we're all super competitive. So that's why I'm always big, especially at this stage, because I've seen a lot. I've seen where it could lead to. It's like, bro, end it. As soon as you end it, just get back to the game. Get back to the game, bro. Get back to the game because it gets messy, man. Once this keeps and they got money, they're gonna see each other and all. You see what I'm saying? Like, you see how this can stem. I know a Joey Porter who got in the fight in Vegas, right? I wasn't there with him, but I heard. So I know. He was my coach for a while. I know. I'm like, yo, I get it. So it's like, yo, if we can corral it. I seen a Vince Williams cross the 50 to go get a Vontaze Perfect. Heck, you look at the video, who was over there with him? We swap. I get it. Trust me, I get it. I get it. But that's why I'm speaking from experience. I'm like, yo, it's the reason why you can't cross 50 in pregame anymore. Oh,
it's funny too because I think from your perspective of experience, I do think it changes you said at the beginning of when you started talking, two things can be true. And I think that's where this is. It's like, does anybody fault Jalen Ramsey for going after Jamar Chase? Absolutely not. Absolutely. Are there people who are like, but bro, like you're also super important to us. We need you. You literally make our offense more aggressive and more physical. I think everybody would also say yes to that too.
An active player literally said that to me this morning, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, bro. When he first got ejected, we was like, holy what is this, bro? Oh my God.
We all were. It's like, let's be real.
We got the pick and then we got the fumble. It was like, hey, everything worked out. But in the moment, it's like, yo, oh my God, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's an active guy. So once again, it's not just me just acting like, oh, bro, no. Both things can be true. Stand on whatever you feel you need to stand on as a person, not even as a man, because women too, man. If a woman feels like, yo, if she says this, I gotta respond. If that's how you feel, cool. My preaching is think before you act. Think about everything that could come from it positively, everything comes from it negatively, because we only think of that one side. Jalen Ramsey, whoop him. Cool. All right, cool. Then what? You know what I mean? It's like, I think goes into it, man.
I think can I be honest though? I always tell people it's not the action that impacts you. Mm-hmm. It is the then what. The then what means is a critically reflective part of a process of life that we often don't ask ourselves. A lot of people just react in the moment and they just react. And once you react, I'm the type of person that some people call me and they're like, oh, I'm about to do da-da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. And then what are you going to do after that? And they're like, oh, well, Tanisha, I haven't really thought about the after that. And I'm like, okay, let's talk about that part. Because once you do
that's my whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's cause and then it's an effect.
I think that you're right. I also just think that I think it's tricky for me. Because listen, let me let this be known. Yeah. I am team. I get it. I want a Jalen Ramsey to like body slam dude. Okay. Mm-hmm. I have my own thoughts. But once you talk about the bigger scale of things, right? Like if you actually get into a physical fight on the field, then what does that mean? Are you now suspended not just for this game? Are you suspended for more games? And then you're letting the team down. And then, yes, I think all of that is a yes. I just think that sometimes I just love a crash out. So for me, I'm like, show me that you have it in you. And that's enough for me. And I also think that everything that happened, I think it was enough. Like his reaction was enough. Now everybody understands why he didn't want to leave the field. That was enough. I think everybody seeing the after effects was like, oh, whoa. Okay, he tried to go at it. Like it was almost like it was, what is that thing that people say? Like the more time that's removed from a situation, the situation either starts looking better for one of the sides because you kind of get more information. Yeah. And that's what happened. I just feel like I don't want anybody to ever be in a situation where they feel like they have to take disrespect on behalf of a team, because I think that gets tricky.
And don't confuse my messaging.
Yeah.
When did I say you have to take disrespect? I said, if that's what you feel is your line, justified, cool. Yeah. If that's what you want to do, cool. Both things could be true. And honestly, Coach Tomlin, listen to what Coach Tomlin said. The messaging is dang near identical.
Right.
Did he say, yo, you should punch him? No, he said, respond in the way that you feel is appropriate.
Right.
Meaning, if you're Dak Prescott and your appropriate response is, I'm going to stand there, I'm going to walk towards you, I'm pissed off, but I'm not just reacting. Great. You stay, you play the rest of the game. Nothing wrong with that, right? And even at the end, we still got your justice, right? But the flip side, if you're Jalen Ramsey, you want to swing on him right there? Cool. There was nothing wrong with it. Cool. What were the consequences? You got thrown out. But after the fact, hey, they reviewed the tape. You were good. Everything, no harm, no foul. Both things could be true. That's all I'm saying. So it's like one version, you got Dak. Do we view Dak as any less of a man because he stood there and didn't hit Jalen Carter in that moment? No. Do we view Jalen Ramsey as any more of a man because he hit Jamar Chase in that moment? No. They both men. Do we view Jalen Carter or Jamar Chase as any less of men? He spit. I ain't trying to hear that. Do we view any of them any less as men? Will we walk up to them right now and be like, I'm going to spit in your face? Absolutely not. Right? We say in the confines of our home right here, but let's be real. We know when they see him in person, you're not doing that. If that's the case, why ain't nobody spit on Jalen Carter yet?
Right.
Right.
Okay. Can you imagine? Oh
okay.
Like, I want to see. Put a camera on yourself the second you decide to go walk up to Jalen Carter.
But pride and ego and us in these safe environments and have you over here on your internet talking about I would have done I would have done. It sounds good. That's all I'm saying is it sounds good. I don't operate like that personally at this stage. So that's why you hear me just a little more reserved. At the same time, that's why I also prefaced it and said, I'm not in my 20s with hundreds of millions of dollars on that type of time. That's a different level of energy. But you watched them from the start of the game. They were on that. Once again, look at the guys that have that type of money to be on that. And then you look at the other guys out there. You ain't see Nick Herbig beefing with nobody. You know what? Cost too much. I ain't got time for that. You ain't see James Pierre beef with nobody. Why? Cost too much. I ain't got time for that. Even JPJ, who'll get into it.
True.
We ain't going there with it. It costs too much. It costs way too much. And that's what people don't understand. When you hear me speaking, I'm like, bro, a fight costs a lot of money. So you better really want this dude and you better get your money's worth if you're going to do it. And that's why even with Jamar Chase, I'm like, bro, $500,000, man. I'm telling you right now, if I knew that's supposed to happen, I'm spitting all the way in your face. Not that weak. Oh, I'm trying to be distracted. Oh, I want a gray area to spit. No. $500,000, bro. You're getting full loogie here. I want that.
Well, because that costs a lot.
So that's all what we thinking of. And that's why you hear me from my experiences when I talk. I'm like, I'm not just lashing like that because I've been in some of those scenarios where it hasn't been spit, but it's like, the stuff that gets said, the stuff that gets done, you like, bro, I get it if you go there with it. Heck, I've seen one of my teammates actually get spit on. We see how he reacted.
That's fair.
It was kind of crazy. You get thrown out though.
There's two things I want to say too. I saw in the chat one of them. I don't think the offensive players could have come back on the field. Then they would have been penalized.
No. I'm talking defense.
No, somebody said that why didn't DK like our other coach?
Oh, no.
I'm like, no. This wasn't a brawl. They would have got in trouble. They would have got This wasn't a brawl. This is
But that's part of what the rules are for, though, because they couldn't do it. They don't want that because you heard me talk about the brotherhood. You heard me talk about one band, one sound. That's not just for us. If we're all wrong, we're all right. Cincinnati is the same way. If we come out there, you think they're just gonna let us pound town on Jamar Chase and nobody gonna have his back?
Absolutely
boy, it won't be a game. You feel what I mean? Yeah. And that's the escalation because once again, I don't even have to know what happened. If that's my brother,
we're all running out there.
I don't care. It's like, heck, you could have started it. I don't care. You could have started. I don't care. You could have been all the way. I do not care. We're gonna be stumping them out, and we're gonna be talking about you on the way back. I don't care. Like you see what I mean? So it's like
I love when they play baseball. Because I know the pitchers know nothing about what's happening on the field. They were all the way back at the thing, and they're kind of like, "Oh, the benches are clearing. Here we come." I'm like, "You guys are so late. The fight is over by the time you run all the way down." But I get it, right? You got to show solidarity, and you got to get out
he
there.
ain't really want to fight. He ain't really want to fight. But if you not, when we freeze the frame, when it stops, if I can't see your number, oh, bro, I gotta holler at you, bro, because now I feel like you don't like me. I feel like it's personal.
Right.
You was gonna let me go out there and punch and get punched on it. You ain't have my back. What's that about, bro? Because I know your son. I wouldn't have let you get punched. And I gotta go holler at little Johnny. No, bro. I know your wife and I can't have that. No.
I love it. Yeah, I always, anytime I see the pitchers running, I'm like, they ain't about to do nothing. The fight is over by the time they get there. But shout out to them for being a part of their team, running in, defending their. I got it. And
they're not the only ones though. In football, it's dudes that don't really want to fight, and they're the breakup guys. You watch them, they're gonna go break a guy up.
Can I also say something else? Are they the guys that don't want to tackle Darnell Washington whenever he's coming full through?
At times, yeah. At times, absolutely. At times, yeah. And this is once again, it's like, yo, when you get out that thing, man, you think about a lot. Some dudes think about a lot. Some dudes think about getting hurt. Some dudes think about, man, what can I do to just look good, right? Other dudes are just, I just want to go splash. I don't care about all this other. I just want to play. Just gotta get a pick. So just when you think about that, man, some dudes be like, yo, I ain't trying to hit that big dude. Oh man, he mad too. Hey, look, I'm gonna go hold my other guy back. I ain't finna go hold that back. And then we start to make rules. We make rules like, yo, don't ever hold me back. Because when you're getting held back, you're the one that's gonna get punched on at the end.
Yeah.
On our side, we like, bro, we still punching. So it's like, yeah,
that's true.
You know that ahead of time. So it was like, hey, bro, don't grab me, grab him. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What did you think? Like when you were playing and you walked out on the field, what was your mindset? I always wonder what football players are thinking. Mm-hmm. Like when you're on the field, are you going through like your film study? Like, are you thinking like, okay, linebacker, like what are you thinking? Are you like, okay, who's in? How do you get yourself? And then what happens once you get scored on, or once not you, but just like the defense, and you're like, whoa, that wasn't good. How do you?
But you say you can't minimize it when you're on the team.
Right, that's why I said we. That's why I didn't say you. That's why I said we. Yeah, when you all got scored on.
But we never minimize our role in it. Okay. Even if I wasn't on that field and the touchdown was given up, we still got scored on. Okay. All of us did. Even on the sideline, because you practice, right? So if you practice, you had a role in this. You could have helped somebody prepare. You could have seen something. There's something that we could have done. But for me, man, my mindset, it was a couple things, man. Number one, it's like, yeah, bro, make sure all your affairs are in order, because realistically, this could be your last time, right?
Yeah,
like, not even trying to be funny about it. It's like, yo, this could literally be your last. So it's always, hey, man, you sit there, I love you text. Hey, man, you read your Bible for me. A couple prayers. 1,000%. People don't understand how violent football is.
Whoa.
Don't truly understand how violent. Before the game, I'm just giving you I'm setting the scene, right? I'm in my locker right before I'm about to come out this tunnel. I'm giving you the scene. I'm just giving you the scene. And I ain't the only one. Trust me, I ain't the only one. But I'm setting the scene. So you want to know, this is how you get your mind right? So it's like, yo, I'm prepared because I know there is a possibility that I may never walk again. There's a possibility I might die. I could break my neck, right? Realistically, it could happen. Okay. I don't know. I hope it don't. I pray it don't. But that's why you get your affairs in order, right? And then from there, I'm not big on game day going back in my notes, because to me, I said game day is the test. And I think of every time in school when I had to go take a test and I had prepared. Man, when I got to the classroom, I went over here talking about, hey, teacher, hold on. Let me look at my notes one more time. Nah, bro, it's like, hey, bro, run that, man. Come on, let's do that. I'm ready. Let's go. That's the mindset. So it's like, man, I've prepared so much throughout the week that I had to make sure that I'm good here. Now let's go out here and play. And when you're out there in the game, man, you don't want to be thinking about a lot of big stuff. Try to focus on every little technique, every little detail, and it's always in order. Stance, alignment, assignment, right? So what's my, all right, got my stance, all right, got my alignment, what's my assignment? Bet. Execute as the play progresses, cool. Then after that, next play. Whether it was a sack, whether it was a pick six, whether it was a touchdown, whether you got ran over, whether you got juked, whether it got stiff armed, next play. Heck, whether it was a big hit, whether you knocked the dude out, whether the crowd's going nuts, next play. I ain't got no emotion. What's your pulse? I'm here the whole time, right? Hey, man, that was the best play ever. Oh, my God, you should be. Hey, next play, bro. It's cool. I'm happy. Cool. Oh, my God, you got ran over, bro. You should be embarrassed. Like, oh, you going back out there in the field? Yeah, cool. Next play. Cool. Like, that's the mindset, at least for me. That's my mindset. And that's how I've played literally since a kid, man. Next play.
Interesting.
Because everybody's going to praise you and talk about how great you are when you make one single good play. And then the next time you make a bad play, they're going to talk about you so bad that if you allow that to impact you, two things going to happen. You're going to be the worst player ever, or you go mess around and hurt one of these fans. Like, it is what it is, right? So you just learn early on, bro. I ain't got time for none of that, man. I'm next play. Always next play. Always next play. And then I also got the little military background. Shout out to my pops, right? He's a Marine. So early on, he was always telling me, hey, man, don't matter what the situation, the circumstances are, you always going to make it out. We either getting home the short way or we getting home the long way, but we're going to get home. So when you're out there in the game, it's like, I don't care what the score is. We're going to win this game. As long as there's time on this clock, we're going to win this game. And that's part of why, like, people will hear players talking to be like, yo, y'all be tripping. Y'all always think y'all got a chance. Y'all be lying to yourselves. It's like, nah, bro. We always believe that because
we think we have a chance.
Not winning. Wait, I'm out. I'm out there. I get to be out there. If I'm out there, oh, for sure we got a chance. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, Ben, you believe that? Hey, you believe that? Cam, you believe that? T, you believe that? Troy, you believe that? You believe that? Debo, you believe that? So if all of us think we the nicest and all of us here together, it's like, well, who's gonna stop us then?
Yeah.
And that's how you operate in the game. And literally, that's how we do it every single time. And even in a practice situation, the same thing. It's like, bro, when you're out there, it's like, man, I know I belong here. I know I'm nice. I ain't tripping about nothing. I can't have a doubt. Because as soon as doubt starts to creep in your mind, from my perspective, it's like, yo, I'm already on the downside, man. I'm already saying,
that's true. You've already lost.
I'm already worried about this guy blocking me. Oh my God. Oh man, much he gonna block the speed rush most. Oh my God, he gonna hit the speed, the power most. Damn, he gonna kill you on that spin move. What you gonna do with it? Oh, I'm done.
Yeah,
bro, he can't stop this. I know he ain't gonna stop that. Wait till I bust him with this one. The crowd go nuts with that one. Like, you just see, it's like,
it's so interesting. I can't think of what that movie is.
Entertain it,
what that way where they're showing you somebody's brain, like how somebody's brain is like thinking and what they're, you know what I'm saying? I know you're talking about, and I feel like to be able to do that for all 11 guys on the field would be so fascinating because it's like, because and again, I might ask somebody else that question and they might say, let me be honest with you. I can't think about, or I can't think about certain things. I'm not thinking about them. I'm actually thinking about the person next to me because when I do that, I'm able to focus, right? Everybody has their own thing that gets their brain going. And so it's interesting to hear you say that though, because you're like, everybody is just a little bit different because everybody ticks differently. Everybody kind of needs something a little bit better. Where it sounds like you are more focused on like you and what you're going to do, what you're about to do, how it's just going to work.
And I think part of that goes to like my upbringing in the sense of from a sports standpoint, right?
Ooh, we're in therapy, everyone. Hold on. If you're here for this Tuesday and you like this content, make sure you hit the like button on both of our channels, okay? We're digging deep. We're digging deep here.
So like for most people, right? Most people, it's like, yo, if you make it to the professional level, you were the most dominant. You were the star at every single level. Me personally, I never felt like that. Me personally, I always felt like I was chasing. I also like I had to prove it. You see what I mean? So it's like, even in high school, it's like your all-state was like, bro, I was chasing the dude that had more sacks. You know what I mean? I was chasing the dude that got the offer to Maryland. Shout out to Brian Whitmore, right? Felt like I was so nice to him. I had digressed though, okay? Right? Then it's like you get to college, and it's like, oh, you heard about the college stories. Hey, man, you nice, but you ain't nicer than that kid in Texas. You ain't nicer than that kid over in South Carolina, right? It's like, okay, cool. So it's like always chase. I was National Defensive Player of the Year, Buck Buchanan Award winner. Won about the largest mountain in the history of the award. It's like, yo, you were dominant. Don't matter. I'm still chasing it, right? And that's the thing. So you get to the league, and it's like, bro, you always chase. And so you never feel like I can even entertain anything else. I always felt like, yo, I got to be so locked in that there isn't a shadow of doubt that I don't belong out here. There isn't a shadow of doubt that I can't go out here and make a play, man. I got to do this thing. And I prepare so much. I've trained so much. I put my body through the ringer mentally. I'm ready, man. And I look good. Stop playing with me, man. Yeah. And that's just the confidence. But for me, that's how I had to do it to get up, right? For other dudes, man, maybe they operate differently. Maybe there's just like, yeah, bro, I rolled out to bed. I just knew I had
it. I'm just here. I woke up like this.
Hey, look, I'm over here. I gassed myself up. I'm back. Hey, bro. Hey, all right. I see you, fella. Oh, I got myself up if I was you. Come on, fella. I might go out there and kill somebody. I'm waiting on you. Make sure you get the camera ready. All right, bet.
Yeah, and there's people like that, right? And it works for them, right? If that's, man. I think it's because you're a force multiplier and you play in the NFL. That's kind of how I feel when I come to these shows. I'm like, okay, let me see how much I can prepare to be up here and to be having these conversations with the Arthur Moats, right?
Just
so I'm like over here contemplating, and like my whole day I'm so stressed because I'm over here and I'm like, how am I going to have this show with this amazing former NFL player for my favorite football team? He's absolutely like, he watches film, he knows everything, he knows Coach Tomlin, he's so cool. He force multiplies every situation. Like, how am I? So I get it. I tell myself those things too. When I come to this show,
are you done?
I'm like, I have to get myself in a place where I can match him because I need to be ready because he cannot carry this show. I cannot be the weakest link in this show. So I feel you. The Arthur Moats. Like, I just have to get ready.
Are you done?
So, you know, when I'm doing my hair and all the things, I'm like, gosh, girl, like, step your game up, you know? So I feel you.
Funny. You're funny.
I feel you on that. Yeah, I understand exactly what you're going through.
That is enough.
I understand. Yeah, thank you for expressing how I feel when I do these shows. And then then I do a show with Mark, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, like now I really have to prepare. I cannot sound like an idiot up here. My gosh, like let me pull up my notes and my spirals.
You gotta stop this. You gotta stop this. All right, you gotta stop it, ladies and gents. She playing, all right. She just like to mess around. She's you could see, all right. Anyways,
I was just explaining to you, like I totally understand how that is, right? Like I totally get it. I'm so opinionated. I'm loud, outspoken. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth, and I just have to really focus in to make sure that I do my part of the job. You know what I mean? So I get it. I totally
need a DK. You DK. Come on, DK. You come up this thing. It's like, yo, you know what she on, bro. Hey, and she might crash out the day. Be careful with her. All right, be careful.
so yeah. So I just wanted to say that I understand where you're coming from completely, you know, because I feel that way. And so it kind of makes sense. Yeah. We're on the same page. We're on the same page. And listen, if I'm going to be DK, can somebody at least throw me the freaking ball? Like, that would be fantastic. Can somebody throw me the ball in stride? That would be great.
Get you the ball more and more. You see me over here like, I'm like, yo, I was up here thinking, I was like, God, I'm talking to Tanisha like 3 days in a row. I was like, it's about to be fun.
Like, hey!
I was like, yo,
imagine how much preparing is happening on my side. I mean, I'm on the plane and I'm like, I have a show with Arthur Moats, the Arthur Moats, number 55. I have a show with him. So I have to study and research and get ready and get the things in my brain and know who the game was against and pay attention and take notes. I got to do all these things so that when I am on camera, I am like, I can't be the weakest link. You know what I'm saying? So
you're funny.
I'm just, I feel you on that experience. It's hard out here, you know? It's hard out here for us people that are chasing it. Woo, I tell you.
But they say, whatever you got to tell yourself, all right? Whatever you tell yourself to motivate. Hey, look, that's when the Chiefs know you be underdogs, man. Nobody believes in this. Nobody ever gave us a shit. All right, bro. Yep.
Exactly.
Mahomes, I know you were the biggest underdog. I got you. All right.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So, and I know the chat. Tell me you understand what I'm talking about, chat.
No, chat. No.
You know what I'm talking about. Like, you know, some people are just here. You're kind of here. You're trying to get here. So you got to research and all the extra things. So, anyways, yeah. So thank you so much for being that person. I appreciate it. You are fantastic. My God, has anybody told you how fantastic you are? My gosh. Without you, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. And your loyalty and your commitment and your dedication.
Are you finished? Why are you
all of that?
How did we get here? We went from talking about real life beef out here in these streets, people getting spit on and fighting and all this, to now all of a sudden this, hey man, this is a good person. Oh man, let's just start this. Just start that. I ain't enough for that. I ain't tell you all that.
You know, sometimes things just speak to me, and I just felt the need to just like let you know, how much goes into me preparing for a live with you. It's like I'm really in the weeds, you know. I'm really in the weeds, you know. So using all that knowledge to really get those good things in there.
You're doing a great job, all right? Look, you bring a lot to the table, and trust me, okay? I'll be preparing over here the same way because I trust you, and I respect your professionalism. So I'm over here Make sure that I don't come over here and be the weak link either. All right, so you see, it's teamwork.
And that's how it works.
All right, it's teamwork. Yeah,
I love that. You know what I was just thinking about? This is so, I don't know how I'm going for that to this, but here we are. Mike Tomlin going for it on 4th down in our own territory. I think it was the first quarter. I don't think we got it, but they said we got it. Whatever. Wow. First of all, wow. Second of all, who is this coach? Who is he? What is going on with him? I love him. I want him to stay. And also, who is he? Coach Tomlin? Like, are you okay? Like, is this
evolution? I mean,
I love like, are we like, I don't know. And I mentioned it in my reaction video because at that point I had like a 45-minute nap, so my brain was a little better. And then I just thought, like, I have to say that because, like, nobody, haven't heard anybody talk about it. Haven't heard anybody mention, hey, he went for it in our own territory. What were we on, like our 40?
40, yeah.
So
and
just,
God, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm just calling it out there. I'm just saying, like.
Well, and I was gonna say from my perspective, it's very refreshing when that does get acknowledged, because you know my thing. It's like, man, I don't mind criticism, criticize, critique, be loud. Just make sure though, when the other side is warranted, that you're also loud, right? Because it's like, man. Otherwise, it doesn't feel balanced. It doesn't feel fair. And yeah, one of the things that we critique Coach Tomlin on, we know clock management, that's still something, right? But the other things are, you're too stagnant. You're too complacent. You're too stuck in your method of winning because of the history of it and because how long you've done it and all these other things. But it's like, you got to evolve with the game. And we're seeing, whether you're talking analytics, whether you're talking the flow of the game, you need to steal possessions at certain times. And there are certain portions of the field where, that's not going to kill you. If you believe your defense is as good as it is, going forward at the 40 right there, man, when you're trying to get a yard, that doesn't kill you. Now, realistically, I don't think he got it. I still don't know how they ruled that a first down, but we'll take it. But at the same time, it's like, regardless of the outcome, I do like the decision. And that's the same thing that I said was that I forget Colts game, right? When we went forward on and we didn't end up getting it, but they started to march. It's like, I just like the intent, the mindset, the growth. That's the part that gets me more optimistic.
Me too. The other thing is too, there's two things the chat says that I need to comment on. First of all, I do not smoke weed ever, never have. Okay. So I'm not high. So for those of you that are like, oh my God, I don't smoke and I don't drink. Okay. So I'm never going to be drunk. I'm never going to be high.
You see her.
Just letting you know that. Okay. Got to keep the skin clear, this mind clear, because I like to be in control. Okay. So I don't drink and I don't smoke. Second thing is them mentioning this is better than the Moats appreciation episode. You guys know how to get to my heart. Okay. Because shout out to the Moats appreciation episode. You know what? Shout out to you all for remembering that there was an entire episode that I made sure that it was all about Moats. That actually makes me so happy. So thank you for that shout out and remembering that moment that we all shared on that lovely Tuesday morning where we were just praising that. Thank you. You guys, all of you are amazing. And Leah, I saw your comment as well. You are fantastic. Keep being you. I just love it.
Leah, company. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
I love this.
We supposed to be talking. We supposed to talk about the game. Bengals. It was some spin. We should be focused on that. Not all this other stuff. Yeah, gotta stop it. We're focused here. It's a football.
You know I read the chat. Like, come on, yes, I see you in the chat. Of course, I see you. I do see you. I read the chat most times. Sometimes when you guys get funny, I just can't look at it because I have to focus. But I'm telling you, I see the chat. So yes, shout out to the Moats appreciation episode. Shout out to that. One time we're going to have the Moats favorite highlight episode.
Oh,
that's what we'll do.
On this, man. No.
Yeah.
Look.
We're going to do that.
I've received enough praise.
We're going to do that.
Okay. I've received my praise quota for the year. Okay. I'm good for all the way up to 2026, November 18th. I've reached my quota. Okay. I don't need a lot of praise. You feel me? I've got a lot. In fact, people, I was under the impression that when you, because I made it pro, I don't ever need to get any more praise. So I'm good. I promise I'm good. All right. Stop it. All right. We stay focused. Stop on this, man. Stop it.
No, it's good. It's up from here because let's be honest, you did us a favor that day. You did us a favor that day, but I think we were coming off of a loss. It was kind of like, here we go again. It was like, oh my gosh, like we can't keep talking about losing. Like nobody wants to talk about losing. I wanted to talk
about the game. I wanted to hit the head. Y'all want to hit. Let's get to the heavy weeds of it all. Like that's why I was there. And then he's like, hey, what about this? Hey, y'all see Musk right here? Check Musk right here. I'm like, yo, no. Time out.
It was perfect. I love that. And you know what? I always say, like, we're supposed to be having fun when we're up here. We always have fun up here. And also, if we have an opportunity for praise, we are praising.
No. Praise everything. You should praise yourself.
Somebody reached out to me in my Twitter. I don't remember where it was at. And they said to me, the intro of you laughing hysterically at me when it talks about like, because the question was like, do you remember? And you laughing hysterically. They have told me they watched that intro just to see you laughing at the fact that comment was on the screen. So,
there's been certain days that you have said that since we have been streaming together now these past month, 2 months now, then I've been in this joint. I'm like, yo, I've been in real life tears. You see how often the rag, I'll be like, yo, I don't even know why this is. I'm hot. Like, I just started getting damp.
It's so fun. Yeah, the jet sweep thing is probably top tier favorite moment because it was real. Like that was so authentic and that was so much like I am in the moment right now. Yeah. It's 11 minutes, classic. Like
Tanisha, that was my Jamar Chase spit moment. You feel me? I felt the spit in the moment. It was like, you know what? I'm here now. It's up.
And I am so worthless that I'm like, here. I'm like, oh, was that hard for you? Like, I'm like, no good. I'm like, not I
was like, she laughed. She thinks it's a game. No, we're serious right now. This is for real.
It was so funny. And it's like, but that's why I like to do this too, because it's like, like let's talk about football, but there's so many things about football that happen because of the things that happen. And guess what? You played football. You're the only one of us that played football. So we need your knowledge. And with that comes all of the great things that you've done as well.
No, not the great things. It just comes with my analysis for what we have happening. That's it.
No, your greatness.
Analysis guy.
No, your greatness.
Look, Jalen Ramsey, greatness. You feel me? I'm just. Let me just be.
Yeah, two things could be true. You told me that.
See, you can't use that. I say that. That's my words. I say two things. You don't get to say that. That's my words.
Told me. That's what you told me. See, that's what I learned from you.
No. You don't get to listen like that. Okay, I need you to hear me, but don't listen. Okay, hear me. Don't listen to me. Okay, you're doing too much right now. You can't just flip what I just said and then just. Oh, well, you know what you did. Say 2 things could be true. No,
I
only works what I said.
I am a learner. It is what I do. I learn for better. I tell people all the time, for better or worse, I'm learning something. So what are you?
In chat, what are y'all doing? Y'all need to chill first off, okay? Y'all are wilding over there.
Those things up. Yes.
No.
Chat.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, are they listing your awards?
They're doing too much. They're doing way too much. We're in a better place.
Oh my gosh.
We're happy. Guys.
If you can't see the chat, it says JMU legend. Moat's got some serious highlight tape for sure. Make it happen, please, guys. I can't put it up here unless I would. 2013 Walter Payton Man of the Year Award winner. But like I can't. If I had access, I would do it. You guys know I don't follow any rules. I have no filter. Okay. Like if I could put it up there, I would. I just can't. Moat is like, I'm in charge. You are absolutely. You have access to nothing right now.
I'm over here like, thank God I got the controls. No video popping up. No extra graphics popping up. We're just getting over it. I'm not even doing this.
Yeah. These are so good. These are so good. All of this love and positivity. James said she always turns the table on Moat.
It's wow. I'm like, yo, y'all, we've been doing this, go 7 years, I feel like now, man. I don't have this happen to me, okay? I'm always in the control chair. I'm always driving the car, right? I don't like this right here. Okay, she be turning the wheel a little bit. All right, hey, man, hey, chill, y'all gotta chill.
I love it. I see. I can't put them up, but trust me, you all know if I could put them up on the screen, we all know I would put each comment.
Y'all gonna have to come back next week. All right, come back next time.
Next Tuesday. Yeah. I will make an announcement. I will be in charge. Okay, I'll make an announcement when the show starts. I'm just telling you. Do your research
already. I already feel nervous. I just feel like, yo, I'm walking into the.
You know what's also funny too? So this is like we're totally off the rails here, but when we first collaborated, I remember thinking, like, before we collaborated, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to ask this guy? Like, he's not going to want to answer these questions. Like, this is so ridiculous, right? But I remember before we hit record, I was like, listen, I don't know what I'm really going to say. I have the questions, but like, I can't, sometimes I just say stuff. And I said, and we can edit it. So just, if I say something, like, tell me. And I will never forget, you were like, no, just say it. I was like,
it's all good, man. Good.
You're like, just say it, like, whatever it is. And I knew then, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I like him. Like, I can say what I want to say. Like, this is great.
Say what you need to say, man. It's all good. And once again, man, I was privileged, right? I got a chance to be in the locker rooms. Some of the questions that you get asked, it's like, yo, are you trying to get a reaction? Is that like what you trying to do? Because, like, why would you even ask that? Or why would you word it like that? Like, what do you? Or sometimes, like, yo, how did you even get qualified enough to ask this question? Like, bro, you really thought all week that this is the one question that you would have asked in this moment? Bro, awesome. What? So that's what I'm always like, man, ask away, man. There's nothing that, you're going to say that's going to make me lose control, right? Or make me feel uncomfortable. It's like, yo, I'm going to be able to answer in a way that, I'm comfortable with. And that's always the case. It's like, yo, you're in control of your response. You're not in control of, the other variables. So that's why I'm like, yo, man, that's what you want, man. Hey, I give you my answer. Now, hopefully it's a good enough answer for you. But if not, it's like, yo, that's what I got for you.
Yeah. But I'm a question asker. So like, I always tell people, like, I don't care who I'm talking to. If I have a question, I'm going to ask the question. And if you don't want to answer it, just say, hey, I'm not going to answer that question. That's okay with me. And that's what makes this so fun is like, I'm going to if I think something is terrible, I'm going to say, hey, I actually think this is terrible. Do you think this is terrible? No? Okay, why not? Like, I don't care. I think more people should just ask the question. Yeah,
most
like
people are afraid though. Most people, man, they are afraid to be wrong or afraid to get embarrassed. It's like, bro, this is a safe environment, man. Like,
this is a safe spot. This is safe.
Man.
This isn't live.
I promise you, y'all look good, man. Just whatever you throw out there, just throw it out there. All right, just you're good. You're good.
Yeah. So, anyways, I just needed to go off on my I've started like this, so this isn't surprising anyone. I just say what I say. Like, it just is what it is. Yeah. So that's why it works.
Hey. I love the dynamic. That's the good teamwork part of it, though. And that's why, we having fun the way that we doing it. And we're going to keep doing this, man. Because like I said, man, this is a good dynamic right here. I like this.
Yeah. See, everyone, I can say what I want to say. and I will, it's kind of funny too, because every time I am hosting, I'm like, okay, stay focused. And I can't help it. I'm like, wait. When you played, it's like something comes to my mind, and then I can't help it. I'm like, I have to know the answer, and then we get off track. So hey, next week I'll be hosting. If you all have any questions or moments of modes that you
just
like,
questions. No. She said those. Just questions.
No,
she said if you have questions.
No, if you have a highlight or something that you like, yes, I will put it on the screen. So yes. Somebody said, can she raffle off a hug? I'll buy 2 tickets.
Y'all are wild. He said, I want 2 of them. And she raffling it off. I'm irritated for 2 of them things.
That is hilarious. Now, that is funny. Oh my gosh. Modes, we forgot. Did we get headboarded? How was the D?
Great call.
Did we smash or get smashed? We lost the plot. Like, we totally forgot.
We for sure headboarded them, and then for end of the third, when it was 13-9, that's when we got in headboarding position, and then the Duggar, capital D, delivered that, right?
Delivered that. Okay.
He delivered the capital D for the headboard to start. And then from there, it was a long, hard finish in the fourth. Yeah, with a lot of fireworks at the end. And yeah, everybody was good at the end.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it was a lot of we even got extra spit out there too. So,
Yes, I was just going to say, and that's why we were able to keep our toes up.
Yeah.
That's why we were able to keep our toes up. Thank you, Jamar Chase, for contributing. Okay. So for those of you, those of you that are just curious, because every week we have to make sure
we're talking
who got headboarded.
Football. Yes, because these are football terms that we have added to our football vernacular since the show has started. Because and these aren't terms that me and Tanisha came up with.
No,
these are terms that have been flooded in the chat that have been used on numerous occasions, and not just by one person, but multiple people.
Multiple and super chats, by the way.
Yes,
just
like paid for to say this. I'm paying to get this term in. So we're just, being light on our toes.
Exactly.
Sometimes toes are in the air.
Sometimes toes are up.
So we're adapting, right? We've adapted to that, and here we are.
Exactly. So that is where we're at. And so shout out to us. I'm so sorry that I forgot to mention that, because we should have letting everybody know where we're at. So there you go, chat. You're welcome.
There it is. And we did get a super. They just popped up in here as well. So shout out to the D. I did not. I should have though. Okay. Jeez. Hopefully it's not too bad.
Okay.
Debo Savage though. Shout out to Debo Savage. Now I'm nervous. I'm like, dang.
I think we're gonna.
Lord have mercy. Shout out to Debo Savage. Don't get me in trouble tonight, Debo. Pretty please. He says next time we play the Bengals, someone needs to make sure Jamar Chase gets his cleats baptized. Juju Vontaze Burfict style. I remember that too. That was
and then he stood over him.
That was a time. I love the stand over. Remember, he got in trouble for that though. And that was the jacked up part. We're like, God dang, man. But I loved everything about it. Trust me, we were all in for it, because at that time, man, that's what we felt was justified. And there were still cause and effect. Like you said, Juju still got in trouble for the hit. But based on everything that had led up to that moment, we felt like, that was appropriate. Or at least Juju felt like his action was appropriate. And we still by it. It's like, man, we're going to rock with that. So if, it does happen, obviously we already played him twice this year, so it'll be next year. But yeah, man, there'll be some dudes out there looking to get Jamar. Absolutely, they will be. But the thing that you always got to be mindful of is, number one, you're trying to get him, but within the framework of the game, right? Because if you taking yourself out of position to go get him, and now T. Higgins running up the seam, you're like, hey, bro, that'll help us, right? Or if you're supposed to be, guarding Yoshiva, but you like, I'm trying to kill Jamar Chase, and it's like, hey, bro, now 80 running down the field wild up. It's like, no, that ain't what you want. So all of it has to still happen within the confines of the game. And that's why you keep hearing me talk about the professionalism, right? And why we don't want to be crash outs. We actually have to have a level of patience that isn't realistic to the majority of the population. But what we are being asked to do isn't something that the majority of the population can do. So it's like, I'm not asking for fair because you're not fair. You're not getting paid to be fair. Your athleticism isn't fair. So you have to have a certain level of discipline that goes above and beyond in certain cases. And that's, what you're still going to be preaching when this matchup comes again, because I remember how them Burfict matchups would get and just how heated Bengals Steelers were. And we wanted our lick back because of what he did to L. Bell, right? Him pulling L. Bell down, him partying over L. Bell's body. We're like, yo, you going to get yours. Facts. Yeah. So that was all into that, right? Then you throw in the, you hit AB, you knock AB out, that whole thing. It's like, bro, we got to get you, man. We got to get this one back. Heck, that still ain't even my favorite one. I'm like, that was fire, man. I just love it. Was a play, literally. David DeCastro and Vontaze Burfict meet each other. David DeCastro's pulling around, and they literally, you can see these dudes, they try to kill each other. And DeCastro is like, this is a psychopath. And that's what we love. DeCastro's like, DeCastro's literally trying to do something, just foul. He's like, God dang.
Right.
In the game, though. And that's where it's like, man, you got certain people that are going to step up and handle that, but it has to be done the right way. And that's what Double D ain't get no fine. We know Juju did get fined. So that's, just like I said, how some of it works. But yeah, man, he can get his. Absolutely. And he knows that too. But when you're out there, if you are Jamar Chase and you're willing to go that route, and he talks smack to everybody, he already knows he has a target. People want Jamar Chase because he's Jamar Chase. Right. Regardless if he would have ever spit on anybody or not, when you have ascended to that level.
That's a good point. You're elite. He's elite. He's elite.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you get up to play against him because you can make a name off yourself if he has a bad day.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of it. So it's like he already knows this, so it's nothing new for him. And he already has that type of time. And that's why he's one of my favorite receivers, because it's like, yo, it's one thing to be the man. It's another thing to have to stay up there when everybody knows and everybody's planning for you and everybody's talking about your expectations and you still deliver. That's special. It's easy when there ain't no expectations. That's easy. And that's when the dudes don't get paid that level. You pay them dudes when the expectation is there because it's no longer fair. Hey, you got to do it to, 5x, 10x. It's like, yeah, but you capable of that. And Jamar Chase one of them dudes. So that's the thing. That's like I said, it's gonna be fun to see how it all plays out going forward with him, man. I just hope that for him, he can learn from the situation, man, and not have this happen again. And then for, like I said, for Ramsey, I don't really think it's anything for him to learn from. It's like, yo, if that's how you felt, that's how you felt. And that's going back to what I said when we talked about it on Sunday, when we talked about it on Monday, even here today. It's like, yo, whatever it is for you as an individual, if you personally feel like, yo, I can't lay down at night and have peace if I don't address this and address it in this manner, man, I'm not about to ever tell you you're wrong for that. Yeah. Never. Now, the consequences, I might not like them, and I'm going to talk about the consequences of how we could have done that better. But if you as a person feel like that, man, that's your baseline of just a human, right? You got to have that self-respect for yourself. You got to feel like, yo, at the end of the day, this is what I'm willing to guard. And if that's how you protect that, man, so be it. So be it, man.
Yeah. And like, this is, I don't know. I feel like I feel like I get it, right? Like, but I part of me also kind of wishes that the next time they played the Bengals, they didn't give a damn. Because I want them to be that with him, right? Because what do people say? Like when you kind of ignore someone, and when that someone can't even touch you or can't even impact you or bother you, it's kind of like, I would love to see, they're going to go edit because it's still football, still Jamar Chase. It's still going to be a rival. It's still all the things. But then on some level, I hope that they're just kind of like, I don't care about bro. Like,
what you're saying is the same message of what I'm saying. And that's what you heard me say within the game.
Yeah.
The competitiveness is going to be there. They're naturally alphas. And that's why you're here, Coach Thomas, say two alphas can't exist on the same field. One dude has to be the ultimate alpha out there every single time. Has to be. So it's like, yo, you're gonna go at it. That's all gonna happen. But the thing that I'm speaking on, the thing that you're kind of alluding to is, yeah, man, let's keep it football though.
Yeah.
When it crosses over to now we're trying to prove who's tougher, the pride and ego part, it's like, yo, are we MMA fighters? Are we boxers? Because that's the different. But honestly, like, because even the commentary surrounding it, how many people say the same thing? I would have whooped him. You should have done it. I would have cleared it. It's like, yo, cool. But what are we trying to get accomplished here? Do we just want to just whoop them just because of that? And then what else is after that? It's like, I told you already, they're not about to just let that happen. So there's no longer that game happening. So it's like, is that what we're going to do every single time? It's like, that's all I'm just looking at, man. It's like, yo, let's get to the next thing, man.
Every time you say that, I think about, what is that movie, Hustle and Flow? I think of Terrence Howard being like, whoop that trick.
Come on, man. Like, you in control. You in control. All right? Come on, man.
Oh, gosh. I love that.
Yeah. But once again, though, even in that context, though, right? Number one, they didn't have millions of dollars on the line, right? They were working as a team, competing to get a Super Bowl. This was some individuals or some Jakey Hood stuff, trying to get out the foot. Very different context. That's all. So it's like, at this level, I'm like, yo, we're saying these are the elite of the elite in terms of professionalism, because they're showing that they can actually show up to work. They can clock in. They can take what you're delivering to them on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then put it out there on Sunday, right? They got all these contracts, all this money, all this, the gambling, everything that's a part of this industry. It's because we are above that.
So basically, this is above our pay. This is above my pay grade. Okay, just say that.
I say this above my pay grade. You hear me say that? I said I don't have that type of money to go fight. Listen, I don't have that type of money, so that's why I said what I said. I don't have that money.
No. Basically, those are like.
Tanisha, didn't you hear me say, bro?
Top 1%
that costs too much. That costs too much to fight, bro. It costs way too much to fight. You're not getting to that level unless you got that type of money. Some dudes will make $500,000 in the season. It was a time when that was my year's salary. A fight, bro? I ain't fighting you, bro. Fight yourself, man. Get out my face, bro. You tripping? Get out of here, bro.
Y'all got 1% problem.
You stupid, right? What? You better go fight yourself. Argue with yourself, bro. I'm going back to the total. I ain't got time for this. I'm just letting you know. So that's why I'm trying. It's like, yo, but I've seen the Pride and the Ego guys that are like, yo, I'm gonna go fight. I'm gonna go get him. And it's like, cool. And I see them dudes get sent home because, like, yo, you want to go, you trying to be on that. You stand like, that's cool. Regardless of why it is, that's fine. We don't never tell you what you can't do. But you also can't get mad when there is an effect to that action.
Yeah.
When something else comes, it's like, yeah.
Listen, Mo, you gotta tell me twice. I'm gonna mind my business. Okay, I'm a mind. Somebody said I'm a mind my pay grade.
My pay grade. I said I don't have NFL spit money. You seen what that was? I don't have that type of money to spit, and I dang sure ain't got to get thrown out no game money. Heck, I told you how I felt when I just got fined for a face mask. I was over here like, hey, bro, what? I did it for that?
Yeah.
And that
now
was
that I'm
accident?
reevaluating my life in this situation, I'm like, you know what?
So once again, though, right? And this is why even when you asked me and we talked about this on Sunday, you and Mark was looking at me like, and even the comment, oh, I was just, you've never had your money on the line like that for them offenses. You like, hey, bro, you think about all of that. You're gonna think about that in the moment, most you're gonna think about. Yeah. heck. We even think about after game. You know what the jersey swap? You swap the jersey you want to. $1,500. You better really love that dude. Okay. Yeah. Not everybody. I'll let you ask Terrence Garvin about that one. Yeah. Everybody don't get to change jerseys for free. Bob, no, absolutely not. No, it costs you everything. $1,500. Yeah, $1,500 to give away your jersey that you just wrote and blood in. Yeah, they selling the same one for like $200. But your jersey, that game one, $1,500. You get that out to somebody if you want to. They don't talk about that though. And that's why you notice it ain't no long line of dudes just swapping jerseys after the game. It's like maybe one or two dudes, some star players. Other than that, okay, you'll tell to the locker room. If you want to swap jerseys with homie, you tell them in the middle of the week, they will make an extra jersey for you and ship it. You do not, but they don't tell you that.
Listen,
and you learn the hard way.
Like after the game, it's like you could potentially have a check and then minus this. You wore the wrong socks. You wore the wrong shoe. You showed up late.
So now you understand. So now you understand. So when you hear me talk about discipline, this is why. Because I've came to my locker on that check day, and instead of having your regular check, you got this white FedEx, or you got the little small team envelope. Both
and they just take it.
Direct deduct.
And you know what else is funny? Listen, y'all gotta cash at me. Y'all gotta cash at me for the game.
Direct deduct. So when you be like, Mose, why you ain't say nothing back to me in that moment? Hey man, why you ain't run up in the stands? Hey, why you ain't start the jersey?
If you give your jersey to a fan, it's like that too.
It's $1,500. If it's a jersey that you wore because it caught. All the jerseys got barcodes in them, so they know what's the game worn stuff. And if they got a deal that's already done, who's Fanatics? Oh, you catch how it works now. It's too much money involved.
Yeah, because you got it for free, and you didn't have to pay the $200.
Way too much money involved. Way too much because Fanatics already gave up how much money to get that licensing to be able to get that access to that. Way too much money involved. Way too much.
Listen,
that's why we can't go out there with our own logos.
Yeah, if any player ever gives me a jersey, I'm gonna be like, bruh. You man.
Think about this, right? Think about this, right? If you go out there, right? But think about this. Take it one step further. If you don't have an NFL, if it's not a legit NFL sponsor, I don't even care how much they're paying you, right? You look at Josh Allen. He's wearing New Balance cleats. New Balance is an official sponsor of the NFL. He doesn't show logos on his cleats. They're plain Jane. You have to be like that because they will find you. Yeah, the same way when Jordan first hopped in and before Jordan was officially a part of it, Jordan would pay the fines for his athletes. It's like, yo, that gets expensive because all right, first time is one, then we're going to double it, then we'll just triple it, and we'll just keep. You see how it goes. Oh, you did it in a playoff game? Oh, it's double. Oh, it was an AFC Championship game? Oh, triple double. Oh, you did it in a Super Bowl, boy, you ain't even play. You might as well have just gave away your whole playoff check. Just gave all your playoff checks because, we're going to find the heck out of you. Because it's too much money involved, man. Yeah. Way too much. So that's why, like, when I be talking, I don't just be saying it or some like moral compass higher than that. No, it's just like I've seen the business side of it. That will gut you.
Right. And that's one thing, right? Like that's we're talking about jerseys. Right. I mean, guys are getting fined for like wrong shirt, wrong sock, a little bit late to the meetings. You realize it.
Dudes will go out there already say I'm giving away 10 grand because I got low socks and I got a dark visor on. 5 grand for the visor, 5 grand for the socks. Get it how I live. I'm gonna get 50 racks this game anyways. I'm thugging. It is what it is. I'll write it off. That's the mindset.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase right now is saying I'm losing $500,000. I need to write off anyways. I was gonna donate that to the children. Nah, now the NFL got it. Cool. Still gonna be the same thing tax wise, right? That's just the reality of it because it's a business.
Yeah. And
they
I'm
tell you,
like,
man, when you get
I need all my little pennies because that's what I'm making. Because that's what I'm making. I'm making pennies to the dollar. Okay.
Look, we always say that money is relative. Okay. At one point, them thousands seem like millions, then the millions seem like thousands, et cetera, et cetera. So for the person that only gets 100, hey man, it's a person that only get 5. You feel me? True. Yeah. And that person that gets 5, they like, I only get 5. This person ain't got that. Yeah. So it's all about perspective. It's all about that relative, you know what I'm saying? Just making it in perspective for you so that way you don't ever feel one way too far or too low, right? Or at least once again, so you see my mindset, right? Even off the field, it's like, yo, it's always balance. It's perspective, man.
You know what, Mose? Let me mind my damn business. Let me mind
hey, look. But you see, that's why I don't be on that, man. I'm like, yo, it costs a lot of money to have pride and ego. To be a tough guy in the NFL, it costs money. James Harrison, right? James Harrison, universal tough guy in the NFL. How much did James Harrison lose?
Does he ever talk about the number?
He was pissed like Danny lost $250,000. Danny 300. Like, dude, then lost bankroll only just because of just football, just that side of it. But yo, you play it the way that we love you playing it, and you play the way that you play. And I'm gonna always ride with my dog. But it's like, yo, look how much money that man lost. Are you gonna lower your target, or you gonna keep playing the way that you play? Catch what I'm saying?
F it. Do what you gotta do.
He had the bankroll. He had the bankroll that he could get fined and then make comments about Roger Goodell and know that, hey, bro, you still can't touch me because I got that type of money. Flip side, full transparency. I'm texting Roger Goodell when Shazier gets hurt. Hey, Roger, we all got custom cleats and apparel that represents the homie. Can we get a pass without getting a fine this week? Yeah, Moshaw, good. Big difference. Big difference.
It's the business side though. The business side of the NFL that we know is there, but we don't realize how much it is there.
It's prevalent as heck. It's super
even
prevalent.
Because I even say like I hate the media questions sometimes. I'm like, y'all are in the locker rooms, fresh out of a shower, fresh out of a loss, and that's the question you're gonna ask, and then they're wrong if they kind of look at you sideways like, what the heck? Like, of course I wanted to catch the ball. Like it's like the imbalance of it all is like, that's
the onus is on you, and the onus is on you as the player to respond. It's always on you, and that's the thing where we're like, it's not fair, and that's even going back to the Jalen Ramsey scenario, and that's why I was like, both things can be true. It's not fair to ask a person to like deal with a person spitting on you, assaulting you, saying whatever, whether it's somebody from the fans, right? It's never okay.
It's not okay.
But because of the position that you're in, man, I'm going to ask you to go above and beyond what the normal person would ever consider doing. Because you're no longer the normal person. You're the 1%. Yeah. So that's why when I speak, it's like, yo, I know it ties. It's like, yo, you're crazy. Well, you're tripping. It's like, I get it. But you hear how just briefly what I just gave is like, yo, it's a lot. And what everybody doesn't realize is when we get off of this, when the social media ends, when the game stops, you got that wife. You got them kids, you got your auntie, you got your uncles, you got your parents, you got responsibilities, man. Think about what Chase could be doing for himself or with family with $500,000. You see what I mean?
Right.
Like, just to put it in context, like, regardless of why you did it, justified not, it's like, yo, just $500,000. Just think about that. That's the reason why you hear me talk with the passion and the conviction I speak with in those. It's like, bro, you don't get a chance to just get that back. Even if you can make another $500,000, you still didn't get that one that you just lost all the way. It's like, bro, wait, come on, man. And you know how hard it is to make money. You know how hard it is, man. Come on, bro.
It's okay. Yeah. No, I mean, it's I guess, it's one of those things in life. Like most things, you know that there are so many things going on behind the scenes, and people probably don't like. I guess too, from a fan's perspective that just like loves all of this. And I would literally just sit and listen to anyone talk that's like gives you like the background, because I think it adds context, and I think it makes you appreciate the game more, and it makes you appreciate the players more, because you see what they go through. And my body is never going to feel like your body ever felt after a game. It probably won't, unless something catastrophic happens to me. It probably won't.
It never does.
Right. I'll probably never have that experience. The only thing, though, I can know is if you say, have you ever thought about, I think the last show or a couple shows ago, you're like, have you ever thought about like if somebody takes a bat and like hits you with it? That's kind of, okay, that's relative. Now I'm thinking, oh my God, I can't even imagine. Or if I do a new workout in the gym, my freaking calf might tingle a little bit. Or if I go too hard, my toes might start to hurt too because I was doing the most.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom anything above that because I've never felt it. But when you say it, I'm like, ew. And then you got to go out there and play like, so
that's
I think
sometimes,
right. And it's like putting it into
right
context. It's like, we don't often get the context. We only get the football is hard. Football is aggressive. Football is physical. And I tell you this all the time. Like sometimes I'll see a move on TV. Saquon Barkley does the worst to me with this because he is always spinning and turning and looping around.
Saquon is a freak amongst freaks.
And I always say, like, have any of you in the chat or anybody ever taken a football, or don't take anything, just run straight on your own time and try to spin and then run in the right direction. It is the hardest thing ever. Now I have to jump and spin and turn. Now I have to like avoid somebody down. Like
Tanisha,
my point is that
think about watching Gainwell run and catch the one-handed pass out the back.
No,
like, bro, that ain't no.
Yeah, when you think somebody's about to hit you, and my point is I feel like there's so many moments where, especially doing this show with you, it's like I understand more of what I'm watching because it's not just, yes, it's football. But there's so many things to get there that it's like, once it's game time, it's great. Like, right, this is where you're getting to. But we got to get to the game and you got to be healthy. You got to be rested. And you have to have study. And then your coach has to trust you. And then you have to be in the game. It's like, there's so many things that it's like.
Execute and just keep doing it over
and over. Yeah. And when I'm at home, and I'm annoyed because my team isn't playing well, and I might get up and, come back a little second, or I might stand and watch the game because now I'm superstitious. The players you don't get that. You don't get to just walk away from the field for a couple of minutes and recalibrate your brain. Like, you don't get to do
if you want some good luck, you better go out there and create it.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
believe in luck, man.
It's wild when you just like think about it. It's like just a completely different experience that I just appreciate. That I appreciate that I get to watch it. I don't have to participate.
I appreciate it as well at this stage. All right. I enjoy where I'm at in the comforts of my home or in the stands. I'm like, you know what? This is cool. I can walk out of here. My body don't hurt. This is great. I'm visual like you guys now. All right.
Yeah. Have fun. That look. Woo. How about that hurt? And then I'm the fan that's like, okay, get up. Like, come on. Like Jaylen Warren, bless his heart, is like hurt. He's down. And the only thing I'm thinking about is, come on, Jaylen, like, get up, bro. Like, why are you? Come on, you ain't hurt. It can't hurt that much.
About with Jaylen, right? Jaylen is a physical back who likes to deliver the blow, but he's still getting hit. We don't like the amount of just shots. Just watch when he is on the ground. How many bodies have hit him? Helmets, elbows. It's like that's
push up on him to get up. Yeah, and all I can think about when he's on the ground is no, we need you, get up. And it's like it's the wrong thing because like poor guy, like is probably actually struggling. And I'm like, come on, bro, like we need you, come on, like get up, play, like please.
And Tanisha, when I tell you, man, just one tackle. If you're driving your car about 40 miles an hour when you just go smash into another car, that is literally what it feels like. You're like, damn, do it again.
Over and over, repeatedly.
Right. And it's like, you train. Yeah. And it's like, that's why you train and put your body through the rigors. That's why, you diet the way that you diet, you chiropractors, massages, all these things, because what you're about to do to your body is going to take years off your life, man. Yeah. So it's like, do whatever you got to do beforehand. And then when it's done, the sooner you get right back to ice, massage, hot tub, or the faster you do that, the better your recovery will be.
Yeah.
Young people don't realize that until it's too late. And then when they start having issues, now they want to be proactive. It's like, it's too late. Yeah. You got to do it year 1, year 2, year 3 before you have that injury, before, something bad happens. Stay ahead of it.
Yeah. It's just crazy. And then those are the other guys. And then the trenches. Oh my God. Every play. And then I was thinking this weekend when I was at the Texas game, like, how do they not poke each other in the eye more? Like, I know that's really weird, but because like there's like different levels, right? And you're kind of falling and you're scratching and you're clawing, and it's just like chaos. It's literally chaos in there. And like, how come more guys don't poke each other in the eye or just, but you do get the random injuries, right? The roll-ups, the running backs.
You also got to remember too, so and especially at Texas, they're talented enough, they're skilled enough that they shouldn't have big misses. And
see, what you taught me about that.
Yeah. A big miss is like, yo, I'm shooting at your nipples with not you respectfully, because there's a lady on the show. You know, guys, we're gonna be adults here, okay? But like in the trenches, you're shooting at the breastplate, specifically the nipples is where you want your thumbs at. So now I'm controlling the steering wheel, right? First person to get there is gonna have control of that guy. So if I'm shooting and my hand hits your face mask or your eyeballs,
you're too
what
high.
was I shooting at? My hands are way too high. My pad level is too high. And on top of that, I normally get a flag too for hands to the face or a face mask penalty. All right. So you know, man, I'm via the neck down. Like that's where I'm at. I'm not even focusing on a lot of that either at times, you know? So it's like your hands have to be here. You want to be tight elbows, right? We always say you're not a cowboy, you're not John Wayne, reach for your 6-shooter. Oh, no, by the time you do that, I done got your head and it's over.
Right.
So you want to be, you know, elbows tight, you always shoot, no wasted movement. And that's, you know, what you practice on. That's what you train for. It's easy to say, it's very hard to execute though. It's hard to do it every single time. And that's why Cam Hayward is so special, because it's like you watch him, he's fundamentally sound. Most people get enamored with athleticism, speed, power, that fades. Everybody at this level is fast, strong.
Yeah.
The dudes that last though, the fundamentally sound ones, the smart ones, the technicians. It's like even with TJ Watt, it's like TJ is a dominant player, but TJ is so fundamentally sound. James Harrison was a dominant player. James Harrison was so fundamentally sound. Okay. You watch his hand plays, it's like, yo, he never misses. Never misses. His get off, he never false steps, right? You can lose a pass rush rep because at the top of it now, it's more skill on skill, that part of it. But in terms of your run blocking or you're playing against the run, it's like, yo, a lot of that's just technique. If you step right, you're seeing what you're supposed to see, your hands going with it, man, you're going to be right. And that's why we get frustrated when we're watching our guys not be consistent, because it's like, yo, I know it's hard to do it every single play, but that's what's required. That's because when you don't, now you're getting blown off the ball. Now it's an explosive play. And now LBs are getting chewed out. LBs are being talked about foul. Me and TG were talking about that a little bit yesterday because of our pass rushers' tendency to climb up the field, but then we'll put it on Queen, Wilson, and those guys were like, LBs. And it's like, no, it ain't on them. It's on those dudes. But we typically don't call those guys out because we like how we feel when we get a sack.
Can I ask a question then?
Flip side, go for it. Heck yeah.
From college. So, okay, when you're watching a college football game, what do you look at, or what are you watching to figure out when you say, for you to say, oh, okay, these are two high level teams. Like I know what I'm looking at, right? Even if the team, even if there was no jerseys, what is something that for you, your eyes are telling you like, oh, these guys, like this is okay.
Honestly, when it's college, is everybody aligned right?
Okay.
Is everybody aligned right? Because you don't have the amount of meeting times. It's dudes that literally will just show up out there in college. It's like, yo, because you were the fastest or the best athlete in your position, you're going to play regardless. You're on scholarship. These other dudes don't have it like that. So it's like, yo, sometimes you can see that. But for me, it's like, man, I want to say, is everybody lined up right? Does everybody look like they're on the same page? Even if they're not, do they just look the part? Then from there, it's okay. Defensively, what does the tackling look like? Tackling is one of the big indicators of if you are, you know, well coached or good enough to be out there or not. Are you heavily penalized? People that don't belong in the field, they are heavily penalized and they fall down a lot. I can watch without jerseys or anything. I could go to any practice in the country and tell you if these are varsity dudes or if these are dudes that don't belong out there, because the dudes that don't belong out there are always on the ground. And we always say you're tripping the athletes at the NFL
you're
practice.
In the way.
You're not allowed to hit the ground in NFL practice. Dudes that hit the ground don't get reps. During training camp, you know, we got the 90 guys, that third group, the 3 deep, right? The guys that play at the end of that last preseason game that nobody really cares about all the way. You will never have a TJ Watt, a Jalen Ramsey, a DK Metcalf, a Aaron Rodgers, or Broderick Jones out there with those guys. Can't happen. They're too valuable, and those guys haven't proven that they're athletic enough to even be on the same field as those guys. Because if you fall, they trip. That's how knees get blown out. That's how legs get broke. That's how injuries happen. Guys on the ground. You cannot hit the ground. And that's even in practice. Heck, even when you watch the game, it's like outside of the tackle going to the ground, how often do you see dudes just falling?
No, you don't.
Rare. I could take you to a local high school though. You'd be like, "Hey, bro, it's all over the place." You'd be like, "Yo, what is this?" Right?
Everybody falls. And
you go to some of these colleges, it's like, hey,
sometimes I think guys just fall because they're close. They're like, let me just fall. I'm like, I don't think you want to fall, but for some reason, some people are like, if I fall, it kind of looks like I'm a part of it. Okay, interesting.
So that's why you
just
heard
the
me say
basic
that. It's like
fundamentals.
Yeah, but those are some of the basic things before we talk about high level elite, because I know everybody wants to know, like, can you just watch it and say who's elite? It's like, yeah, at times we can see the better athletes. And at times, yeah, I'm able to say, yeah, I think this dude with the right coaching in a better situation, I think he could be dominant. But there's still certain parts where it's just like basic football fundamentals. It translates. I don't care if you're in high school, I don't care if you're in college, I don't care if you're in the professionals. It's like the basic fundamentals still need to be clean and crisp. And the dudes that maximize those are the guys that become stars. Because it's like now you got this elite level athleticism, but your foundation is so rock solid that now in those one-off scenarios where you get a chance to put that cape on, you've already laid the foundation. So now when you go here, it's like, all right, TJ Watt. Oh, Jalen Ramsey. Oh, Aaron Rodgers. Oh, DK. It's like, because y'all have shown that you can do this at a consistent level to the point that I don't have to think about, can Jalen Ramsey backpedal, get out of his break, and play the ball, right? I've seen him do it so many times. I know he can do it. So now when I go watch him, I see some, and he beelines over there and picks it. It's like, oh, or he comes out of the deep half and he go knock somebody out coming across. It's like, oh, all right. I know you. That was extra. I just want to see, could you get to the hash? you hitting Jamar Chase coming across the middle and sending a message. I love that.
Yeah.
I was just glad to see that you get to the hash though. That hit was extra. That's above and beyond. And that's what Jalen Ramsey. That's what we pay you, what we pay you. But I just wanted you to give me the Kyle Duggar. Just get to the hash, man, and just let him know you can't throw it here, throw it there, and we'll go tackle that. I was cool with that.
That's so interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's funny because I'm kind of like that. Obviously, probably not as like detailed as you. Yeah. I feel like I'm watching to make sure everybody's moving together. Like I'm watching to make sure, like, if we have to get out of a play, if you signal to get out of the play, does everybody know to get out of the play? Right? Like I'm looking for, like, are we on the same page? Like, do we look like we're on the same page? And then for me, especially in college, I always look at how teams stop the run. Because for me, this might not be true at all, but in my mind, I think if you are physical enough and have the desire enough to get in there and really stop the run, that tells me that you're serious. Because an unserious football player is like, nah, bro, he keeps running in here. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I can hit maybe 2 more times, but I'm kind of getting tired. But if you are aggressively trying to stop the run, even if you don't necessarily make it, but if you're trying and I can see you actively in there, I kind of give you points because I'm like, okay, you have the desire, you have the want to. And I think half the time that's the battle in college. Because let's be honest, most of these guys, majority of these guys aren't going pro. They're just playing because they're really good in college. But those teams
and that's at all the schools, right? The Georgias of the world,
all of them,
of the world, Ohio. It's like, yo, not everybody on the rosters are going to the league, man. Nah, I know that's like the thought process, but it's like that's not real. So it's like only a handful of dudes is getting up there, yeah.
And I always tell people too, which just kind of sounds weird, but if you think about it, if let's just say 10 people go from one team, 10 people go from another team, 10 people go from another team, that's taken away from the other teams because there's only a certain amount of people that can go. And so, and I think people keep saying like, oh, he's this, and or they'll say, oh, he's a first rounder. I'm like, only 32 guys are there.
Everybody can be first
32, round. Right? And sometimes in some drafts, right, it's like anyway, like depending on what, like everybody can't go first round, and honestly, everyone's not a first round talent. Like, let's just stop throwing out these like. He's a first rounder. Our defense.
The problem
is
this, though, Tanisha. And it's like the problem is everybody doesn't have the exposure. So if all you've seen is this guy, and you feel like you know ball, you're gonna swear by that one person that you know. But then you'll get a person that is like, well, I don't just watch Gatorade. I watch Gatorade, Powerade. I watch Red Bull. I watch water. I watch H2. I watch all these, and I know that hey, that Red Bull ain't the best. All right, let me tell you about this Gatorade. Let me how about this. You've seen this blue Powerade before. This Powerade 5, but that lemon lime, like, oh, it's like yo. Just perspective, right? And I think that's the thing that we keep harping on. I mean, it always goes back to that. It's like, yo, if you've never seen or you've never been exposed to it, all you know is what you know.
Right.
And for a lot of people, if they've never even ascended to even playing at some of the higher levels and all they can remember is, man, when I did it, the local dude was here, and this the guy watching, he's nice. It's like, you just gonna roll with that.
Yeah.
So I think that also plays into it as well.
Yeah. And that experience of watching more football. That's everybody always says, like, how do you know so much? And I'm like, the answer is simple. It's so simple.
Watch, man.
I watch all football. I don't care if it's the D2 school that's coming on randomly on a late Wednesday night and it's on TV. I'm watching it because I need to watch that. So when other schools come on, I need to say, like, okay, was it that? Okay, it's a little bit different. Okay, what is different? And now I also want to watch, Utah. And now I want to watch Colorado. And then I needed to watch Texas. And then I need to watch Ohio State. Like, that is the only way you can see what's actually going on, is if you watch. And once you watch, give it time, right? And then I always say, then go back to it and see if anything has improved. And I'm saying this, I saw the Debo Savage wrote, Colin Simmons has elite athleticism, but fundamentals are JV. You're absolutely correct. The high school he comes from, sometimes that happens. But last year, we were saying Colin Simmons was aggressive. Nobody said he was athletic. They were just like, he's big and physical. Now people are saying he has elite athleticism. Now he just got to work on his fundamentals. My point is like, that's the right progression, because he just came in raw talent. And that's what everybody said. Last year, they're like, he's raw talent. He's just going to bull rush the passer. That's what he's going to do. And we're going to let him because he can get to the passer. This year, they're like, use that. Yes. And learn another skill. And what's going to make him elite is what he looks like in year 3. In year 3, is he going to be athleticism and technically good? And you will be able to see that progression. If he has it in him, he will go. He's going to the NFL. The guy's like 6'5", sickening speed. He has all the tools. Yeah. But that's the difference between, is he going to be a first-round pick or is he going to be a second or a third? Like, he has the time. That's the fun part. Like, that's what I want to see. That's what I love.
And before I was saying, I just looked, I was like, oh, we in this thing heavy. So
I
can't get all the way out of it. I was I was like, oh, it's 2 hours in here. All good. But the other thing I was gonna say is this, though. It's like, shoot, when we're even talking about some of the guys that are just raw talent at the collegiate level, I personally feel like the coaching matters a lot more than the professional level. And I know everybody gets on me when I'm like, yo, it's more about the execution, more about the players at that level professionally. The reason is this, man. Collegiately, you're coming out of a high school program, and these high school programs across the country, some are great, some not so great, right? I can speak from mine. I had never watched film before I got to college.
Oh, interesting.
Some people have been watching film all the time. Some people worked out all the time. It was like, we ain't work out. None of that, right? I just played sports. It was like I was a 5-sport athlete junior, senior year, but that was all I did. I got to college, and it was like I had a position coach that taught me technique, taught me what a 6 technique was, a 7 technique, a 9 technique, a 5. Taught me gap responsibility, taught me run fits, right? Broke all of that down. And through my 4 years at JMU, shout out to JC Price for that, man. He was also a former NFL guy. So that was one of the reasons why I went to JMU for him, because it was like, yo, I knew I wanted to go to the league, and I wanted to have that type of coaching, that type of communication. It was going to be hard, but I thought if I could do that and have success with this type of coach, it can take me to the next level. So now when I get to the pros, professional coaching, it's still the best, but at the same time, it's so much politics in it, because like we talk about, it's no longer, hey, we're all in here on scholarship together, man. Your scholarship is just like my scholarship. No, it's that guy's getting $10 million.
Yeah.
You're only getting $300,000. I know that you know all of this. It doesn't matter. He's going to play. So I'm going to coach him to what he needs to know. It's going to seem so elementary to you, because you already know this, but because he's getting $10 million, I have to teach him what a 6 technique is. And I remember as a professional sitting in that room, like, are we really doing this? I'm like, oh my God, dude, are we tripping? Like, but that's what these coaches at this level have to deal with at times.
Yeah.
So that's why you hear me speak as passionately as I speak about, I don't put a lot of that on these coaches. Like, yo, bro, if you're on that field, bro, you know what's on you, bro. Yeah. You know what you're supposed to be doing out there, man. Because, but also, this is also why, me personally, I have my issues with the draft, because it's like, yo, man, we bring these guys in, and because of they're getting paid where they're getting paid, we just assume, yo, you got to throw him out there. He has to play, and he has to play at a high level. And we're like, yo, he's not ready. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's not technically sound. He's not fundamentally sound. He doesn't know any of this stuff. But because he was drafted here, throw him out there, expectations. Then within 2 years, we're like, yo, he sucks, he's a bust. And it's like, nah, you just set him up for failure.
Yeah.
And that's the true. Majority of the positions at this level, man. But I get it. And that's why I say, like, that's why I'm like, yo, if you're collegiate. It's like, man, get to one of them coaches that you can really connect with and learn from and lock in with that, because that to me helps you so much more. Because once you get to this level, man, these coaches, man, some of these dudes are just here to get to the next spot. So it's like, yo, I don't have time to do a lot of this. Or I told you from personal experiences where I've had coaches literally tell me, this is not going to help the defense. But when I go to the meeting, I can tell the head guy I had my players doing their job. And you're like, bro, what? I cannot make this up. That was what was said to me verbatim. And I'm in the meeting. I'm like, bro, what in the nonsense is this? And that's when I once again said to myself, bro, if you allow a coach to be the only reason why you are prepared or not prepared, you are a fool. You did not take this serious enough. You did not care about, you didn't want to be in the NFL. No, you didn't want to be in the NFL.
What did the coach say? What did the coach say?
Listen, this isn't going to help the defense out. I know what I'm telling you right now is not good for everybody else out here. But when I go to the meeting and I tell the DC, my guy did his job, that's all I'm looking to do right here. My guy did his job. And I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? As a player, what do you do, right? And these are professionals. This is the highest of the highest. It's like, what do you do? Like, God, dog, bro. So that's why I say what I say. I'm like, bro, I do not care about what a coach has to say. It's like, yeah, bro, I'm going to study the tape. I'm going to make sure I'm in shape. I'm going to make sure I work out. I'm going to know everything I need to know. I'm going to know what they're trying to do against me. And that's how I'm going to go, because if I lose, it's because of me. If I got beat, it's because of me. That guy could have been a better skilled player. Cool. But I will not lose because I was waiting on the coach to tell me the answer. Can't happen. So that's why I don't have a lot of patience with people like, yo, with the coach ain't like, yeah, bro. All right. You keep waiting on the coach you want to. You be right over here with me. You start your podcast, bro. Start your podcast. Yep. Start your podcast. You good, bro. Wait on that coach and start your podcast. Talk all about that coach and I give you the answers. Okay, bro? I'm just telling you first-hand experience, man. Yeah. So that's
my favorite quote. Sure. If you wait for the coach, just go ahead and start it. Just think of a name, podcast, get the logo, and start your podcast.
It's a lot of cool graphic people out there. You might even run into a Tanisha out here. She will collab with you there. It's great, all right? But if you waiting on that answer to come, bro, I'm telling you now, it's not happening. It won't be there in time, man. It won't. Yeah, and that's just the reality of it. So that's why I'm so appreciative of Coach Tomlin, because he was a difference. To me, Coach Tomlin, prior to my time here, I hadn't come across another coach that I felt knew it to that level. Knew it to where I'm like, dang, bro, you know, you
can learn.
Like, I'm learning from you. Like, and I've had some dope coaches and I've had dope moments with these coaches. But when we're just talking about that, it's like, yo, not everybody does it like that, does it the right way, where it's like, yo, it's less about me trying to worry about me. I'm trying to do what's going to help this squad. So even if we got to tweak this a little bit, if that's what's going to make this defense better, I'm going there. Not, hey, bro, look, hey, this is what we're doing. All right. Hey, coach, what's that going to do to the Hey, that ain't on me. That ain't on you. You're going to do this. All right. You did your job. Like, bro, I'm sorry. So I'm sorry, bro. Ahead of time, I'm just sorry because I know what it's about to do to you, bro. Yeah.
That is so funny. That is actually really funny. And it makes a lot of sense because as a fan, sometimes you kind of see it because you're kind of like, this looks kind of off. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what looks off. Yeah, I don't know why it looks off. It just, something ain't right with this team. Like, we can't get right. Or like, and you're right, you can't, because it doesn't make sense and nobody knows. Everyone's trying to figure it out.
And that's what we'll be like, yo, we'll just get it on the tape. And hopefully you don't have too many of those guys around. That's why it's important when you're building your roster from the player standpoint and from the coaching staff. It's like, you better have the right people in there because it gets thick. You're going to have adversity. It's ebbs and flows throughout the season. And it's going to be some elite level highs and some catastrophic lows. And you better be able to weather that storm, not point no fingers, not seek comfort. Don't minimize your role. Don't point the finger. Don't complain about your issues to somebody that doesn't have them, because realistically, they don't care about you having them. And they're probably glad that you're dealing with them.
True.
That's what we talk about. That's what Coach Tomlin talks about every time you hear him say, don't seek comfort. That's verbatim what he's talking about, man. And it's like, awesome. You just learn. So you just learn like, yo, don't look for no handout, man. Don't look for that. Hey, if you want it, you better go get it yourself.
No, and like I said, sometimes you can see it. Sometimes you're kind of like, I don't know what's going on here. I appreciate that. I appreciate any time you give us like some insight about like in a lot of ways you're kind of validating some of the things that we feel sometimes. We just don't know what it is. It just kind of feels whatever.
And that's my job.
Yeah. And I think too, the one thing I know about Coach Tomlin is the line of people that want to talk to him and greet him, and the amount of people that love on him from afar, up close, the people that have just been around him in close proximity all say the same thing. And if everybody is saying the same thing about you, something what they're saying is right. Something gotta be right.
Absolutely.
And and even people that don't play anymore and all those things. So it's just a testament that, and I always say, it's kind of like watching LeBron or watching Steph Curry go off for 49 or like do all these things. It's like, we've got to enjoy these moments because one day they're not going to be here. I went through this with Kobe. Like he was my guy. Like watching Kobe play basketball was like the best thing ever. Like every Thursday, like I was all about it. And I'll never forget when I started realizing his time was coming, like, and it's going to be over soon. And I was just like, I don't have that anymore. Like nobody is like watching him. And I feel that way with Tomlin sometimes. I'm like, I'm just going to enjoy these frustrations sometimes. I'm just going to enjoy the fact that
take the good with the bad.
I'm just going to enjoy it. Now, we haven't come into any clock management situations this year, I don't think.
Yeah.
So I haven't gotten that experience. Yeah. And I haven't. And then he's like going for it on fourth downs now. So I haven't had. So for me, I'm just like, I'm just going to enjoy this because I used to whine and complain. So it's like, anyways, I just appreciate that I get to support him as the coach of my favorite football team. So anyways.
Absolutely. Hey, look, and that makes two of us. So hopefully they'll keep doing what they're supposed to be doing then. All right. Now on the back end, I say, because I looked, I was like, all right, we heavy in here. And yeah. So it's all good. It's all good. But did you have any final thing before we tap out? Is there anything that you had off your chest? Because you got a lot off of chest today. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you're here tomorrow. Like, I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
I know you are. What day? What 5?
I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Right?
Like, hey.
I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Right?
I feel like I can't see anything besides the chat. So I don't know how long we've been live. So if you're still here after how long I don't know anything actually. So thank you for being here. And we'll be here tomorrow where we're going to talk about the Bears and what we think about them and how we feel about them. And I've already started my research because we all know that's what I do. And I've watched the Bears play every single game that they've played this year. So I'm excited about the game, and I'm excited to talk about it with you tomorrow. So I will save all of that. But that's all I have. I mean, I've picked at you enough for tonight. So
all right, let's go.
I'll pick it back up tomorrow.
Well, look, of course, I'm looking forward to it as well. My final thing is simple. Hit the like button on both channels. Subscribe to both channels as well. And, of course, once you get to both channels and y'all want to join the members, man, hit them join buttons as well on each respective channel as well, all right? But hopefully, everybody enjoyed themselves. Hopefully y'all learned a little bit, and maybe y'all got something that y'all can relate to. And if you do, drop it in the comment section, especially if this part of the video, all right?
Yeah, but I want to know all of the things. I'll respond. If you have questions for me, I will respond. I'm not good for much, but I'm good for a response.
And it's about a fifth. No, I ain't gonna say 50. It's about a 40% chance that I might respond to. I'm getting in there. I'm getting probably 35. It's about 35.
Okay.
About that. Probably about 25 and a half.
There we go.
About 25.
That's it. Now we're
about 25-ish.
Talking.
20-ish. Yes, I'm in I'm in that range. I'm about 20 to 25. All right. Tanisha inspires me. I'll hit the like button. I'll heart it. Okay. It's 55% chance I'll heart it. 55% chance I'll heart it. That's kind of high. 35. About 35.
Okay.
About 35. Way higher chance of a heart than a comment. But either way, I'm here with you in spirit and in truth. I promise.
Okay.
In spirit.
For those of you that are listening, I can confirm he does see them. Okay.
I do.
I can confirm. Now the responding and the hearting we're work in progress. Okay. We're a work in progress. So
blame my history. Okay. I just have this is what I've been trained to do, to just ignore that. So I'm learning. All right. Tanisha's helping me out. All right. And when in doubt, Tanisha's having my back. And that's what good teammate does. All right.
I'm in there. Don't you worry.
If we all the way wrong, we wrong together. All right. So
there it is.
She's I got your back.
I got you. Yeah. I'm going to respond. Yeah. And I'm just going to say this and then you can end this. there are certain moments where certain comments, I do make sure Moat sees them. So I'm just saying, like, I'm just calling it out. Like, so don't think for a second you're writing comments in vain and no one's seeing them. Okay.
Trust me, the amount of comments that I don't even search for that get brought to me to make sure that I see it. You know what I mean? Whether it's from Tanisha, whether it's from the team, like it's a lot of ways that the information your comments don't go unnoticed. Okay, so
he's not unreachable. He sees them.
I appreciate it. I see them, okay, I just control my response. All right, you heard what I practice, what I preach. I'm just controlling my piece of.
Good for you.
Open up to this, or do I just tell me that's all? That's all right. But with that being the case, all good. All right, everybody's good. I'm good. She's good. Chat's good. So hopefully y'all are straight out there, and we're gonna do this again tomorrow. So y'all already know the drill, man. We'll spin the block with y'all. Y'all know we in prime time tomorrow. Be there or be square. But until next time, baby. Peace.
Bye.